What's up, everybody? Facebook, what's up? Hey, hey. Yo, what's up, everybody? All right. Let's see. They were blocking a highway in Colorado. Wait. Some people saying something.
Good eye, Michael.
Landon, you moved the cam. I'm thrown off. Let me throw you off even more. Bam! What's up now? Oh, Kevin. You rock. Whoop whoop. He hit the vape. Drink. No good night to me, Tiff. Mike. I don't know. Is Mike leaving? Louisville got stuff going down. All right. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. As I situate. Honey, do you have a monitor on the audio? How's the sound? Oh, good. Good. Nobody else notices the cam moved, which is cool. That's oh, great. Hung in a what? That's terrible. All right. Okay. All I hear is techno. Facepalm. It's 80s retro. Mike.
Get it right.
F for some reason. What's up, Mike? Hey man, like the new angle of the cam. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you like it. Bang the gong. The gong is gone. I'm gonna have to get like a real gong. Bang. Tom. Thank you. Techno 80s retro tomato. You hating on the retro, man? Come on. Can't hate on the retro.
So this Asheville police officer, it seems kind of weird because it says that the police officer reported the use of force. So he reported in his report that he punched the assailant or the subject, and yet his chief still wanted an investigation. And now you're right. As of yesterday, he's been charged with assault and suspended. But it doesn't have any video content or anything to actually go around with it.
So how can we help her wash it out?
I know it does, and I still have to figure all that
Yeah,
out.
so the
Oh, I got it.
Oh, so that's new. So that was a food truck. So that's what they towed. They towed a food truck that's
Oh,
been
crap.
providing them food every day.
so at 11 o'clock.
So maybe they
this
won't
woman
have
was
food, so they'll
loading,
have to stop protesting.
Water.
Maybe that's why they
food,
towed it.
leftover supplies from the
Too
day into her van. They were pulled up on 6th Street next to the park, and her and some others were actively loading things into her van. And supposedly that's why they marched all of the police, all 52 of them, down here, was to tow that single vehicle. And then now they've driven off. And some people just checked, they're not like towing vehicles around the corner or anything.
No kidding,
So
Christopher.
every night around 11 now, since they've put in the 11 p.m. must exit, they send the cops in here to do that dick flex, right? They want to make sure that everybody is out of the park. In the last 2 nights, how it's been is they've stopped,
You know
the
who you
riot
remind me
police. I say riot police, it's the ones that are
Dwight.
dressed in those riot gears, that carry the sticks, got the helmets on. They stop them about a block down
No,
the
it's
road,
not like that,
and then
okay?
a small few officers will actually walk up and they'll kind of have a conversation. Hey, what's going on? We're just here to check and make sure everything's out. You guys can stay on the sidewalk. Have a nice night. It's actually been 2
Try
very
it out.
peaceful
Turn
exchanges
it
the
on,
last
see
2
if
nights.
we have echo.
Last 2 nights. I wasn't down here last night.
I would like to remind everybody that on Saturday, a Black Lives Matter protester, someone that was arrested twice in the previous 2 weeks for being disorderly, inciting a riot, failure to disperse, opened fire on the crowd of the protesters, shooting a journalist and killing the journalist. But luckily, a huge amount of the protesters had weapons on them. They all fired,
Whoa,
and
that's not gonna affect
luckily,
us in the-
luckily for the
established
BLM protester, they couldn't hit crap. And they shot him once in the leg after a huge number of bullets. If anyone has listened to that, or a huge number of gunshots. If anyone's listened to that video, then you're exactly aware, because
Nice. I don't like to.
they shot a tremendous
don't
amount of
have
times, but
any
apparently they
makeup.
don't know how to use a firearm and couldn't hit him. But again, these are peaceful protests.
Absolutely,
What?
Mike. Absolutely. The new camera angle makes me look fat.
Aww.
Landon. Camera
So they
view
came
makes
to,
me look fat.
clear the
LOL.
park. That
Me
was
or
already
you?
clear. As they were loading, these bottles of waters right here, these
Awesome,
bottles of
Mike.
waters over here, into the back of the
I don't
van.
know.
They rolled
I don't
up, full riot gear, 52 officers,
Wow.
and
it needed
and
some
cleared it out.
So
One of the cops knew who I was.
yeah,
Yeah, I heard him acknowledge me by my
Oh,
last
Mike,
name.
you were too kind.
Unless
Okay,
there was
so,
some
right,
coincidence
buddies.
or somebody else that he was
meetup spot
acknowledging.
or area? What's out? Code words Thunderflash. Love that.
I thought
Tabitha Ross said these night protests have been riots since day one.
We
I
love
don't
you guys,
necessarily
man.
disagree with you. I mean, we've been
Super
watching it
peaceful.
since the very beginning. Every single day, it's kind of been the same way.
Bro fist. Boom.
Just a reminder, if you guys like this
Are you coming
feed, you
on?
can go and do a super chat or do whatever that thing is on
You gotta
YouTube.
do it
Also, I
where
have a member category. I don't
the
really know
this
what the
is
hell
all
it is,
scrunched
to be
up.
honest. You don't get anything special for
This
being a
is
member
how you're
yet,
supposed to wear it.
because I don't
There you
charge
go.
for
Boom.
anything
You're good to go.
typically. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can also go to
All right.
freightbrokerlive.tv
Who wants
and you can
Tiffany
contribute to my
to
stream.
be seen
Plus,
on
you can
camera? I
also
can't promise for
type
how
a message,
long,
and this nifty
'cause she
little
really
thing will
doesn't
read
want
it
to.
live
What's
on
up,
the stream.
Vicky?
Just be appropriate.
Your mic is low, Landon. Of course, my mic is low.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's not.
Joe Hammer. Yeah, a peaceful
Test.
protester shot a
Test.
driver, but I don't know if he hit the
my mic
driver. I
low
haven't been able
now?
to find out. So now they're rioting.
Christopher. Boom.
Anyone still think
Bro
this is a
fist.
peaceful protest? They're now throwing shit in the road because that's what you do in a peaceful protest,
What's up, Vicky?
right?
I don't know what happened to my voice just now. But
I'm not hiding it. Like if they're gonna throw shit in the street, I'm gonna record it, right? Like I'm not gonna. Yeah. I mean, this does make it look bad, but this is
All
what's going on
by
right now.
myself.
Does
I don't
make
know
it
if I
look
said that
bad.
right.
It's
The
looked
stream
bad
audio
since
is
people
very
died.
high.
I do disagree with
How's the
this, but,
stream
like,
audio now?
Someone said they are littering. Arrest them.
This isn't the right way to do it.
Mm.
This is
James,
just a
my man.
disappointing cherry on top.
That's my buddy over on Parlor.
Kind of a shit
Yeah,
sentence.
well, now Kim follows me like too, so I've
Must be
got
kind of a
2
fun day.
friends. Yay!
I'm gonna get one of these bottles of water. Though, do that.
Ooh, and Amanda now too. Woohoo! I'm popular, you know.
Jim, I'm deleting your comment.
Okay, it looks like they opened up that way. You got car.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah.
Now they block the traffic with
police
the
that were blocking
garbage.
Traffic seem to have gone. Nope, I lied. They're still.
So just to recap for anybody who doesn't know what's going on, apparently these peaceful protesters were loading all their supplies into a van when the police came and towed the van for being illegally parked. And then the peaceful protesters decided to peacefully demonstrate their peaceful frustrations with the law enforcement by peacefully placing all the garbage.
Landon, be safe.
Revengeful. I understand why people want to get revengeful. I want to see
They're saying turn up your mic, Landon.
home alive.
Turn
if you
up your
respond with
mic.
aggression to somebody who has a car and potentially has a gun,
Can't tell me what to do.
everybody else is
It's just because I'm talking low. If I speak up,
Here's what's gonna happen. No, I don't have anything to monitor the audio.
test, test, test.
It's loud. It's loud. Well, I can't hear you because this doesn't include our voices.
I don't have
Yeah,
to
on
purpose
my
it.
side, but I didn't
It
do
should
that.
be.
Hey, listen, we're not confronting people, okay?
Are you checking? Oh, right.
It sounds good.
Test. What the crap? I liked the angle of the last view, but I do prefer the straight on view, I think. I don't know. It'll probably be a while before I figure out whether or not I'm going to keep it. I don't know. Going to try it on for a few days. We're going to see.
I'm gonna accidentally float into frame trying to bend over so I can read.
Here, I can. You just got to remind me to keep that right there.
Actually, a riot. They broke into the Pioneer Square Mall, looted Louis Vuitton and some other stores. They
So
broke
this
into
is
Target. Target kept breaking.
James says that
somebody
feed ended.
on
Here's the current
YouTube
live
called
feed.
Villain Phoenix, and apparently they were right in the chop at the time
it's
of
fine
the
now.
at the time of the shooting. If you can
Landon,
believe,
Mike is
you know, it's their
food.
footage, which I don't have any reason not to believe that.
Mike is
Boys, they were
food.
building up, they kept breaking into it every night. Target. So they started.
We can fast forward to the
my own
point where it
citizens
gets to their.
Thank you, Vicky. Thanks for the link, James.
Thank you, James.
That's what she said. Michael says. Oh, and I love it because Michael answers so.
Yes, PD.
Mr. Bus Driver.
I knew what you meant, Mike, but it was too funny not to say.
Shoot.
Worst year ever.
Worst year ever. I'm trying to work on it, guys. Bear with me. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. So what is this not? Is this just... I think it's donezo.
Yeah, that's a good point, Will, but they're stuck between a rock and a hard spot. Awesome, thank you, Landon. Flying sharks. Oh, that's what's next. Okay, that would be kind of awesome. I love sharks.
I got chat right here.
Worst year ever were you in 2015?
Flying sharks. What?
Sharks, not sharks. That's a different kind of monster.
So I see Chop and Louisville. What's on the right? Chop again at the top. At
Thank you so much.
the
Eva.
top right.
Love last night as well.
It's the
Oh,
guy.
wait, are you leaving or is Heather?
Thank you, Tom. Apparently this live stream has got, well, it looks like
Mike, that's awesome. F in the chat for all of our vets.
F in the chat. Brofist, guys. Thank you for your service.
Sorry for interrupting you, babe.
Thank you for your service. LOL. Michael says, go fund me for a new hat for Landon without a strap straight fitted. Oh, come on. Don't make me go on without a damn hat.
Almost long enough. I could put it in a thing. You want me to? Do you want me to put it in a ponytail? Real quick?
No, it's not long enough.
I bet I could.
New York Live. Thank you, Tara. I get all distracted.
Yep, good point, Heather.
So we're gonna stay out here a little longer. So now, guys, we're just kind of up here. I know, guys, I definitely will. My husband was saying the same thing. Just because it seems like it's just getting kind of crazy. This is now like...
I buy you an LSU
maybe the
fitted
fifth
hat.
person.
That cool? Dude, yes indeed. Do I have an LSU hat? Yes, I do, somewhere.
But yeah, so you guys can
No?
kind of... What's up, guys? Thank you, guys. Sam.
What?
Woo!
Christopher says Ohio State,
She
baby.
just made an announcement, guys, so that you said, you know, you guys are all being recorded. So if
Canadian
you don't like
Navy
it, put your
here.
mask on. That's
Yes,
what she
indeed,
just said.
Mike.
You guys didn't hear it. What's up, Pennsylvania? So guys, in case you're just now going,
Is it
joining in,
echoey?
we are live in Manhattan, New York. Yeah, April, my husband was saying the same thing. You know, you guys, I'm ballsy, so I'm like trying to see how much it gets crazy. So if you guys are just now joining us, we are live in Manhattan, New York. And we are right next to City Hall, which is right there.
Dude, Michael, 10-4. You better believe I would wear that,
And
man.
people have been camped out over there in that camp, which I've tipped you guys. If
OSU?
you guys haven't seen it, you guys can go back on my live videos.
You
I've
mean
gotten pretty
LSU.
good interviews in there, but now the crazies are, you know, like there's crazy people out there right now. I feel like the crazy people sometimes stay
No
out.
offense, but I
The
don't
ones that
remember
don't
the
really
president
care
being
about
at an
making a
OSU
change, they
game.
just
I'm
wanna
just
start a
playing.
problem.
It's a
So,
joke. It's a
now
joke.
we're just
It's a
in here.
joke.
There's cops all right here blocked.
Anastasia's like, NSU.
So here's the cops, and then back there is a ton of them. Louisville, yeah. So guys, there's been like a couple different groups here. And I will try to go back to the list of demands in a little bit. What's up, Tammy? What's up, Detroit? But yeah, guys, we are live in Manhattan City. We've actually been out here going on 6 hours. Right, Amanda? This is in Manhattan, New York, guys. We are right next to City Hall.
Different live feed for
People have been camped out
Louisville.
over here for over a week, for 1 full week today. There have been a couple different protest rallies going on, but now everybody's kind of right here. Hell yeah, Heather, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, because it's like our amendment, right? It's if
Drink
you guys
every
spoke,
time she
if you
says,
guys were with
"Yeah,
us
guys."
earlier, we actually got to
Okay.
talk to
I got my drink.
Constitution major. Like that was what he went to school for. And he explained, because I asked him, I was like, do I have the right to film? And he was like, that is literally freedom of press. And he said anybody could be that. What's up, Australia? Thank you for watching, guys. And if you, unfortunately, guys, I can't rotate my phone during a live. I've already tried. Of course, thanks for watching, Dawn. If I rotate, guys, it will tell me to stop.
You're not gonna do it.
Now it just says rotate your device. You cannot turn your phone while you're on live, so it will not let me. I'm sorry, guys.
Shit. Michael's saying, Tiff, get him a shot. He was like, nah, water. I have water. Need nobody to get me a shot. It's proper 12 Irish whiskey, but it's empty. It's empty. Nothing in there. Ding.
If you guys go back in the video also
Here.
prior,
Miss Brains,
it's a 4-hour video,
can you
and now
use
it's
this?
going on 2, so we've been out here for like 6 hours. All the media has left, guys. All the media has left. What's up, Albuquerque? And if you guys can please share. What's up, Pittsburgh? Agreed, April. Agreed. Like that guy that came up to me and would not stop following.
He needs another black
also had
pearl.
the girl earlier try to snatch the phone
Look
out
at
of my
that black
hand.
pearl right
Just
there.
people get a little out of control.
I never finished this dang thing, so now it's half watered down because it's like 4 fingers of friggin' rum.
What's up, cousin? You guys, Josh Castle is my cousin. I love you, Josh.
F for
I miss
Tiff.
you so much.
F in the chat for Tiff, hey.
I'll be in Denver
Tiff,
in
hey.
August.
F in the chat for Tiff.
Yeah.
You've got to start monitoring this audio. I don't know how to echo it. Give it to me, I'll monitor. Because like if the mic starts to hear that phone, it'll also echo. I've got that guy already, Tom. Not that. But that.
Like they're basically already in the middle of the road with their bike.
I'm sorry. I
Goes
missed
right
it, babe.
for him.
What's the top left?
Look.
And they
Look.
sidestep out of the way but leave the bike there. And then the car just kind of plows over the bike.
Did he just run over a guy?
Would have really fucked somebody up. Well, that's new.
Please tell me he didn't just run over some dude.
Somebody says they went to the chop today after work at around 5:30. How was it? What was the vibe like? I talked to Lucky Bamboo today, the other Twitch streamer that we've streamed with before, and he was hanging out with Concrete Reporting all day.
No, it's live.
Concrete reporting's been out there.
What is the kid talking about? He doesn't know what they're talking about. Blah, blah, blah. Here's some facts for you.
It's hard to hear me.
In 2010,
Looks like Concrete's on TK right now.
Trying to.
So this is TK, one of the leaders of the marches night after night.
and in 2018, it was like 50.
Tara says no. I watched that live. No one was hurt. Thank you for the information, Tara.
Somebody says,
Going, Tara.
totally feels different. Spoke with
That's
Como
awesome.
people. Omari came over. He looks super ragged. Yeah, man, I don't think Omari's getting a lot of sleep. Absolutely hilarious. The
Dude,
DoorDash customers
Michael
watching the
just
stream.
came
That's
in.
fucking insane if that's
He
true.
said, despite Landon, I saw
Azercore,
your
what did the
knife
Como
making
people say? You
skills.
say you spoke
Can
with
I
the
pay
Como
for a
people in the
riot
shop.
buddy's
What
knife?
were they saying?
Dude, absolutely. I just got to figure out
Sean,
how
it was
I'm
the
going to
Black
manage
Femme March,
the
not
time to get out
TK's
there and
version.
forge
Okay,
one.
So I guess TK's with a different march.
As of
then.
right now, it takes me about 4 days to make a knife that's worth a damn.
So
Oh,
we got multiple
hey,
marches out on
open
the
that
street
up
in
and
that case.
I want to show him the knife I made.
Looks like TK's with bagpipes guy here.
My first knife.
I haven't seen him rocking the bagpipes in forever though. He's on his he's always on his bike though with the speaker mounted on the back. TK was leading the 8 p.m. march. The other women's group was the 7 p.m. march. Okay.
So I did the holster,
Brad Fox was
the
streaming it
sheath.
too. Okay. There's some other stuff that somebody sent me today. This is an article from The Stranger,
and that's
written
just
by a member of the Seattle
I picked
City
that
Council.
little coin up. It's a pin from Hobby Lobby.
And this has some,
I just thought it would
like,
add a little extra because you know I'm extra, so everything's
this op-ed
extra.
is written by Seattle City Council member Lisa Herbold, chair of the Public Safety and Human Services Committee.
And this thing
there's
right
a
here,
paragraph down here
it
that
is
really struck
some-
me, which is
some sharp.
see if I can enlarge this for you guys. It says the June 8th SPD blotter report released at 4:30 p.m. states the
Boom.
East Precinct
And I put
will
the
remain
3%er
staffed, yet for reasons that
thing
remain
right there.
unknown,
I don't
all
know why.
SPD
Don't worry
staff
about it.
left
I
the
don't know.
building and did so based on an order for which the origins are also unknown. So this is a member of the Seattle City Council, like public safety chair, saying that they don't know where the origin of the order to evacuate the East Precinct came from. Both the mayor and the chief have
Michael
denied
said
giving the
extra
order
ass.
and have not identified who did. So neither the mayor nor the chief of police are saying we didn't give the order to evacuate the East Precinct, and they haven't said who did, that's just crazy to me. I can't believe this is true. If what this council member is saying is true. I've asked the Office of Police Accountability to open an inquiry into who directed SPD staff to abandon the East Precinct and under what authority. So, like,
Hey,
agree or
Tiff,
disagree with them
go run
abandoning
and get
the
my,
precinct
my
as
calico,
like a de-escalation method.
the chopper.
Like, it's just
It's
insane
on
that
the-
within
it's
the
by the
Seattle
door.
city government, like, they don't know who
No, you
gave
don't
the
have to.
order.
It's
The
okay.
mayor's like, I didn't give it. The chief of police is
Well,
like,
thank
I
you,
didn't give it.
guys.
And they're like, who gave it? And they're like, we don't know. Like,
I am
that
Mike. I'm
seems
drinking a
absolutely
little bit of
insane to
rum,
me.
followed by lots of water. See,
It's all
when I get
insanity.
too drunk,
Yeah,
I fall
like,
down.
That's pretty
Like-
nuts. And then they go on to
Face,
say, I have serious
like
concerns
face
about the failure
plant.
of the first responders come to assistance with people shot.
And sometimes when I do that, I
Email sent to officers was
dislocate my
widely
shoulder
reported on Sunday,
because
June
there's
13th.
no
An
ground
email directed
anywhere
officers
near
to
where I'm
only
gonna face
respond to
palm.
the CHOP red zone. Okay, they call the CHOP the red zone apparently in the Seattle PD in the instance of a mass casualty event. So like I don't know what qualifies as a mass casualty.
Oh no,
But
no,
the
no, no.
Seattle
You
police
always think that I'm cause for some mischievous, not like physical, but like what weird.
It seems like their operation right now is to only I don't know, sorry, I'm struggling for the word with what you would call this. Their like orders right now are to only
Michael
to
says,
respond
"It's
in the
okay,
instance
just
of
stay
a
in the
mass
chair."
casualty event. So I don't know what a mass casualty event means.
Mike says, "I have
But yeah,
PTSD."
there's some stuff in this article that's pretty crazy to read.
Upper left needs a reboot. Sorry, guys.
How can a direction like this for officers not to respond to people needing help
Good for you
not
for
contribute
sitting.
to violent circumstances like we're seeing the CHOP today? So yeah, again, this is written by a Seattle City Council member, Lisa Herbold, chair of the Public Safety and Human Services Committee. It's on The Stranger. So thestranger.com.
I wake up screaming in my sleep
looks
from
like
what
it
I've
was
seen.
published
Oh
today,
man, that sounds
actually.
awful.
So pretty crazy article.
No,
see
the
what
ground
Mazurk
just
says.
rises
Como
up
guys
to
were
meet
hanging
you.
around 12
Really
at the
hard
Pine
sometimes.
Corner and were just super quiet. I opened
Wham!
up and asked how they were
Bro
doing.
fist,
And they
man.
said they were
Boom.
just waiting for their people. They asked me how I was doing, and we talked about how the whole scene had an anxious feel, and they didn't want to go film the vigil for the 16-year-old. Omari came over and started talking to us. Omari was talking about some inconfident stuff about third parties coming and not associated with protesters, occupiers, etc. Okay.
Damn, Mike, that's hardcore.
Look at Omari's letter about the city council member allegations. Yeah, so there was a
All right.
there's another interesting part to this at the city government level that is Omari, the Converge Media reporter. That's a good portrait of TK.
Oh my gosh. Damn, Mike.
So this is TK who leads the marches every night from the CHOP down to the West Precinct. Looks like this is just 37 minutes ago. CHOP
Please put a 1 in the chat if you enjoy pork.
From the CHOP to the SPD West
We need to
Precinct.
get a poll for when we do a get-together. A couple of the boys in the chat, some of the 2A boys, we might plan a hog hunt.
Baseball field here
and
that
then we
we've
might
been in a lot in
do
the
a
past. Looks like we're
luau
still
where,
doing
you
the
know,
kind of community
we
meetings.
roast those hogs. Kevin says 1. Vicky says 1.
He says signs of
Chad
change,
says
Capitol
1.
residents dog walking in
Damn,
Capitol
Mike.
Park. A
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
Tenting area in the background.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
As the tents have decreased in the park, the local resident
1,
population
1,
has
1,
increased.
1.
I wouldn't say this is a sign of returning to normal. Every day I was out there were people still using the park right here.
Mike's like,
as the
nah,
park,
I don't like
so,
pork. Ooh, 2 for brisket. Oh.
Yeah, see, people
are
saying we've been doing this every day. But the thing I was
Michael
talking
says,
about
hog hunt.
is,
Yeah, man. That's invasive
So
species
this
down
is-
here.
This is kind of a letter
They're
that
considered
it seems like
pests.
the mayor wrote to the Seattle City Council. So it's basically Mayor Jenny, the Seattle mayor, is putting some allegations out there
Let
against
me see here.
Councilmember Sawant. So this is Councilmember Sawant. She's the
Kaboom.
socialist
How about that?
council member. I
How
think
about
she
that?
represents Capitol Hill and like the area where the
Mike
the
says, I'll
shop
drive for
is.
that.
But if you want to read through this, I'll send you the
Some kid had a rocket
send you guys
launcher.
the link
Holy
in Twitch
crap.
chat. And for those of you not in Twitch chat, that's where we're posting all the links and talking. So it's twitch.tv/Sean Guy, and I'll
That
put it in
ear
all the
is
other
done
chats.
listening to things, you know? Do you ever have an ear just get tired of earbuds?
Yeah.
I am
Okay,
dealing
so
with
someone
earbud
says, yes, Capitol
fatigue.
Hill is District 3, that's Sawant's
But it
district.
doesn't
So
matter
the-
because
the mayor of
if it
Seattle
wasn't
basically is
earbuds, it would
alleging
be
against,
headphones, and your ears get like
Councilmember
headphone
Sawant
fatigue,
that,
like to where it's like,
she's,
I
like,
can't have
violated a
this
bunch of
anymore.
council rules, and it's pretty kind of legal speaky here, so I'll skip.
Ugh.
So it says she relinquished authority of her office and disregarded city employment and hiring rules. I think they allege that she like let other groups determine like who can hire people into her office. Using her official office and equipment to promote and raise money
I completely
for
missed out on
a
crawfish
ballot
this year. It's a
initiative.
sin.
Using
Seriously,
her
I'm gonna
official
have to.
position
I'm gonna
gave
have to
access
figure out how to
city
make up for
facilities
that.
to admit hundreds of individuals at night into City Hall when it was closed to the public.
All right, let's move that on out of there. Go ahead.
John, it cracks me up that you have a death row last meal list. All right, Landon, be safe.
what?
A fly. I don't see one. There's one that has been.
Yeah, I've got a fly in here somewhere, probably.
Chickens, man. They have flies. Every now and then they get in.
Would you look at that?
Hmm.
It's me.
Michael's like, there's no fly.
All right, Lynn. So either it's YouTube's chat is like dead right now, or it's not showing up. Boom. There's some YouTube chat. Okay. There for a second, it kind of looked like YouTube wasn't.
What's up, CJ?
My gosh.
What?
Bear with me. YouTube is the most difficult site to work with, okay? It really is.
What side are you on? We on the freedom side. I believe that we will win. 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 We ready. We coming. We coming. We ready. We coming. We ready. We coming. We ready. We coming. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom side. Malcolm X was a freedom fighter, and
I would agree.
how to fight. We on the freedom side. We gon' fight all day and night.
Me, Lindsay. I hear. I am anti-authoritarian.
What side are you on? We on the freedom side. What side are you on, my people? What side are you on? We on the freedom side. We coming. We coming. We ready. We ready. We coming.
Oh, James, my man. Thank you.
We ready. We coming. 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 Say tear down Babylon. Black people are the bomb. We ready. We ready.
Okay. So there's a standoff in Portland at the top right. LOL, Francis. Aw. Hopefully it'll be right back. It's going down, down, baby. Yo Street in a Range Rover. Tara, I can try to explain, but I will have to dance around so many things, and I don't know if you'll be able to understand my dancing. Because to address this straight on could totally get me wiped out, and I don't know. You have to be, you know, because Uncle algorithms on these two streams on YouTube and Facebook, they don't like you talking about unpopular things. But message me, Tara. Message me. We can get to the bottom of this.
Which, shout out to Francis, because y'all, he does, and generally, like, kind of,
I love
like,
Francis.
I'm not trying to call you out, but he does usually disagree with us respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
And I love that.
But he always keeps it respectful. And he is always more than willing to, like, if you have a valid point, he will be the first one to be like, okay, fine. You know what I mean?
No,
Francis, like, thank you for being here. Thank you for going against the grain. Thank you for thinking for yourself, and thank you for articulating yourself in a way that's not super aggressive.
Thank you, James. Love you, Francis. Brofist, thank you for being here, brother. Dude, Oregon has just straight been going at it. I mean, both the police and the protesters.
Move east. Continue east on Lombard. Do not stop. Move east now.
Do not stop. Move east. Man, that sounds like a movie. Sounds like a freaking movie, man.
Move east. Move east.
I often wonder, are those pre-recorded?
Do not stop.
Who sounds so much like a robot like that? It's the intercom, right, making them sound more robotic.
Move east.
Move east. You hear how like mono that is? Move east.
Stop. Move east now.
Well, that's what he sounds like.
Move east. Move
Which
east.
one?
Continue east on Lombard. Do not stop. Move east now.
Portland.
Move east. Move east. Continue
New York is the top
on
left.
Lombard. Do not stop. Move east now.
And we have Times Square in the lower right corner. But neither of them are very important. So we're watching Portland right now.
Shame on you!
What the fuck?
I don't know of any rioting, Lindsay.
Move east.
At the moment.
Move east. Continue east on Lombard. Do not stop. Move east now.
Vámonos que le están echando gases.
Move east. Move east. Continue east on Lombard. Do not stop. Move east now. Move east. Move east. Continue east on Lombard. Do not stop. Move east now.
Top right is Portland, and the top left is Manhattan, which has always been test. But you can hear the audio from the video. Really? Love you, Mike. Boom! Bro fist. Okay, go ahead, Tiff. I don't know what's better. I think that's better.
Move east. Move east. Continue east on Lombard. Do not stop. Move east now.
Oh, I know what to do. That, clearly.
Testing, did that work?
Yeah, that totally worked. Thank you, Lenny.
Yay, I can hear me again. I have a voice.
I've done it.
I was talking so much.
I've done it.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
Okay. Alright. So. Francis said, hello, Tiff.
Hello.
I'll get so Luna. My voice is low. Tiff is good. Well, that doesn't make...
Oh, so did Francis not hear anything that I said?
I don't know. So test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. How's that? It should be like, well, bam. I hear hers. Audio is low. Well, what's up, Kings Outdoors, man? Boom. Badass name. I like that name. Is mine still low?
No, yours is pretty good. It's not necessarily as loud as mine.
Francis said first time I hear you tonight.
Okay, so I did this whole well-articulated ode to you where I was like, Francis, I just want to say I appreciate you because, you know, out of everybody, you're usually the one that goes against the grain, but you do it in such a way that's really respectable, and you're not inciting any, you know, bad feelings. You're just trying to get both sides of the story, and so we appreciate that you're here. We appreciate the way you handle yourself. I was also talking about how, like, you're the first one, if somebody presents something that changes your mind, you're the first one to put down the pride and be like, okay, yeah, good point. So we appreciate everybody, but we really appreciate that you're here.
It's illegal tonight. You're only supposed to use that to direct.
Articulation is racist. Okay. Thumbs up, bro. Bro fist. Boom. All right. So can you please fill me into? Am I like screamingly loud now?
No. You're soothing.
Ooh. Sultry.
Like soothing.
I like to soothe with my soothing, chocolatey voice. I don't think I can't say chocolatey.
Like,
I can't say that. I can't. Yeah. Nope.
Because it meant to be like
not
smooth.
chocolatey. More like.
It's not a reflection of color. It's a
Irish
food.
cream, if you will. Very Irish creamy voice. Ooh. Your voice is low, Landon, a bit. I can't keep up. It's either too loud or too low. Okay, so 1 for Tiff, 2 for Landon. 1 for Tiff, 2 for Landon. Oh, man. Oh, Mike.
What are we voting on?
She should come up a notch now. Oh, crap. Like Bailey's, yes. Yes. I don't want to, culturally appropriate. Irish cream drink? 1 and 2. Aw. You're both good. Oh, man.
I know that the accents are your favorite part, John.
Chad. 10-4. Oh, man. We love you guys, man. Bro fist. Boom. Oh yeah, it's on. King's like, I got popcorn. Bloody eyes.
When I say his name, y'all say Corners Hayes. Corners Hayes was a 17-year-old young black boy that was killed by the fighting police. When I say his name, y'all say Corners Hayes. Say his name. Corners Hayes.
It's been going down like the Catalina wine mixer in Portland for like a month. Either at the Justice Center. It's going down like the Catalina wine mixer. Oh.
I gotta get a number in case I go to
Huh? You have a national lawyer? Yeah, I do. Yes.
Is that it?
I don't know. There was definitely something spicy.
Where you from, bro? Sweet Louisiana. Sweet Louisiana. Sweet Louisiana. The effing Catalina wine mixer. Cheers, it's been a few. Paul, cheers. Boom. Pennsylvania. Right on, brother.
James, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I do, but not right now, babe. No, babe.
Sure. This one still has the mechanism. And then you mind if I take a picture of yours as well? Thank you.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, bro.
Thank you.
Man, I can't go up against the wife, Gilbert. I cannot stand off against the wife.
You have phone too? Yeah, it's still hot.
Sweet.
Do they fire phone?
All right, baby, go.
Not that, I mean, not that it's yeah.
I love you, baby.
Yeah.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. Continue moving east. Move east. Do not stop. Head east. This is the Portland Police Bureau. Continue moving east. Move east. Do not stop. Head east.
Gilbert's wife is looking at him all funny, saying, "What are you telling them now?" Smash that like button. Tiger, thank you so much, brother. But Lindsay, you don't know our heart, man. I can't talk for everybody in the chat. But that doesn't say anything. I have, a black brother-in-law and a black niece, and I have donated myself. So but you can't just lump us into a group based off of us not talking about, the treatment of black people. We all agree Black Lives Matter, and that, reparations have been needed. It's just like, should that be all we talk about? Or I don't know. We just try to kick back sometimes. It's been a really stressful year so far. So forgive us for not focusing on, the mainstream narratives. You're going to have to turn that off, sweetie. MD 2020, man, I've had my nights on some MD 2020, the blue raspberry or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
MD 2020. And then the early 2000s brought us, the late 2000s brought us Four Loko. Who knows anything about Four Lokos? Now, 2020 has brought us White Claw, or, the late 2000s. I don't know what you would call them. Golly, Zach. Yeah, me too, Michael. I just, at the same time, there was a time where I couldn't afford good whiskey, and I didn't know what the hell it was, and I was just out drinking. Oh, Mike, bro fist, brother, bro fist. Thank you so much for supporting what we do here, man. Thank you so much, brother. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Lindsay. Absolutely. Lindsay says Black Lives Matter. Heck yeah.
Move back. Move back away from the officers.
You piece of shit. I gotta do this fucking job.
Move back now away from the officers. Officers are taking lawful action. Move back.
This is not fucking legal. Pass it up, pass it up. Yes, perfect. Are we taking this one?
Officers are taking lawful action. Do not interfere. Officers are taking lawful action. Do not interfere. Officers are taking lawful action. Stay back. Move east. Do not interfere. Officers are taking lawful action.
Bill. Say words. I'm good, Brian. 10-4, Mike. 10-4, brother.
I just want to remind y'all of that.
Tom. Don't hate, brother. Kurt, what's up, Kurt? Quark, what's up, Quark?
It's like a war. It feels like a war.
Is that just me?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Really feels like a war. JC. John, they did, but it was taken from them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Everybody's spidey senses is tingling. Spidey senses is tingling.
Earplugs? Oh, sweet. And in my back.
This is still an unlawful assembly. You need to move to the east, or force will be used against you. Move to the east now.
Has already taken some steps back.
Move east. Move to the east. Move. Move.
Get your bikes out, come on! Bikes are a danger to us!
Move east. Move to the east. Move. Move. Move east. Move to the east. Move. Move. Move east. Move to the east. Move. Move.
That's uber creepy, man. 1 for Landon to take a shot. 2 for Tiff. New York and Portland. The rest doesn't matter. Helen. We got New York on the left, and we got Portland on the right. Hello. Hello.
There is criminal activity occurring in this crowd affecting the safety of others.
Hello.
This event has been deemed an unlawful assembly. You need to disperse to the east now. Failure to
Oh, crap.
comply with this lawful order may subject you to arrest and force to
Thank you for being here, Helen. Boom, bro fist.
move to the east now. Disperse.
Wait, what are y'all voting on? What are we voting on?
There is criminal
What was the
activity
vote?
occurring in this crowd affecting the safety of others. This event has been deemed an unlawful assembly. You need to disperse to the east now. Failure to comply with this lawful order may subject you to arrest and force
Hello.
to include crowd control.
Hey, what's up, man?
What is up? Is this Mike?
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
How much, you?
Oh, you know, same old, another night, another stream.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on in your stream there. I don't believe in the stuff there, like the Black Lives Matter stuff. I don't agree with.
Do what?
The Black Lives Matter. I think the whole thing is just a bunch of bull crap, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah. That's so you're saying that it's just been hijacked?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you know the same thing, you know. But yeah, I don't understand why it's going on. I mean, like it doesn't make any sense.
Well, if you want to cut right into it, man, they're pitting two sides against each other so that they can do as much killing as possible, and then
right.
The viruses will do all the rest. You know, it very well
That's
could be, worst case scenario, you know, it's just speculation. It could be a depopulation effort.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's crazy. Or not, you know.
No, I 100% agree with you.
Because
100%.
Oh yeah, well, Tiff's like too far, but yeah, well, and that very well may not be it. You know, I know that they've been, whoever the controllers it be, those who own the banks and the politicians are, they're playing a long game, death by 1,000 cuts. So you want to cut right
for
through
sure.
it. That's, you know, I know it's a bit crazy sounding, but that's kind of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, like my grandfather was in World War II, right? And he flew Liberators, bombers, Spitfires, all that stuff in the 40s. And he was talking about Hitler and all that stuff. And he said it was really bad, you know. You know, like he hated it. He crashed and burned and broke his legs when he was flying those planes, and there's some history for you, like back in the day.
You're a Canadian Navy vet, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
And I know what he's talking about because it was just really bad back in that day, and there's nothing you could do about it, man. Like Pearl Harbor, like I asked him when my grandpa was alive, because he was down in that era. He said that I asked him, I said, was there any women in Pearl Harbor? He said, no, there's no women in Pearl Harbor. Like, it was just, that movie Pearl Harbor was a joke, just so you know. There was no women there.
Wait, now what about the movie of Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, there was no women there like they showed it. Like, yeah, that's what he told me. And it was really, I got a documentary on my grandpa actually.
Wow.
That I could probably send it to you. Like, he talks about Hitler. I probably shouldn't say that, but I got a documentary you'd probably love to see.
Yeah, no, I would. I definitely would. I love.
Yeah, he flew Spitfires, Liberators. He went through English Channel. He got shot down a bunch of times.
Holy
and,
cow.
Yeah, he got shot down like he was in Iran, Iraq, and then he got shot down, and he went to like white sand, right? And then he broke his legs, and then I seen him at the house before he died, and yeah, he wasn't in very good shape, that's for sure. That's World War II, right? And that wasn't very good.
Yeah. So, what are your predictions? What are your thoughts from where you're sitting?
Are you talking about the protests?
Yeah, I guess, because I know that you think this looks like the beginning of a war zone, and
yeah, probably.
Well, see, I'm inexperienced.
I think it is. 100%.
I wouldn't know, so I would have to, someone who's been overseas and who's seen these things.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm telling you right now, that's some scary stuff going on there. Yeah. I don't know who's doing it. I mean, I know you guys are commenting and all that stuff. I can't see it because I'm on the phone. But, yeah, I think it's...
No, and I agree with you, because the taking down of statues, man, that's a...
Yeah, that's not right.
And hey, it isn't... I'm not saying it's about... look, it's just the symbolism of burning the buildings and taking down the statues and...
yeah, that's terrorism.
That's very 100%. Clearly tearing down the old to rebuild a new. And here's the thing: a whole group of folks have been tricked into thinking that this new thing that they want to build, they're gonna like it. Okay, when you understand that this anarchy that's happening will only breed tyranny.
Yeah, they're terrorists.
This is order out of chaos.
Like this Antifa, they're terrorists. 100%. And I don't agree with what they're doing. I just don't get it, because, people are citizens, they don't get it, and they freak out, and then all of a sudden you got a big war, a civil war. Like, it's ridiculous. I just don't agree with, I think it's terrorism, 100%.
Yeah, I would have to.
You
know what the definition of terrorism is, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, why the hell are they setting
Here, I got it right here.
The whole state's on fire.
The use of violence or threat of violence, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political goals.
That's Landon. They're setting buildings on fire. That's terrorism. 100%. You can't do that. I don't know why nobody's acting on it, but I would.
Wow.
My grandpa, like in World War II, I can't believe people don't realize how bad this is. Like, this is going to be a civil war eventually.
You know, and my uncle was saying it over and over and over again, months out, towards the ending of last year, going into this year, and I was just like, you know, I hear you, I just don't see it, and I guess I didn't understand what exactly he was talking about, and well, now clearly,
yeah, man.
Do what?
Like, it's bad. Like, that's terrorism, man. Those people walking around throwing shit at cop cars and stuff, you can't do that. Like, that's a law in itself. You can't do that. I don't understand why they weren't arrested, in my opinion.
Well, you know, I don't even know.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I just don't. I don't know how it works at this point, because there seems to be an element that wants to please the crowd or the mob.
Yeah, it's the media. It's got to be, you know, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Which one was that?
Where he was like, it's like McDonald's and stuff are supporting it because if you have
Well,
a group of people that are just
okay.
quiet and don't say
Listen,
anything,
Trump
then
said about like a month ago, he said he's fighting an unknown enemy.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a thing about a month ago where Trump, 2 months ago, where Trump said they're fighting an unknown enemy. They don't know who it is. It's deeper. Like, people don't just go rioting around and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah. Let's see.
especially because, you know, like, most Americans aren't racist. I'm not racist. I'm central. I love black people. You know, like, I just don't understand what the hell is going on, because we already fought wars because of this stuff, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense. The only ones talking about race are only one side, and you're talking about a handful of bad apple cops that have caused.
I know, I agree. It's really stupid.
I mean, the overall majority is, you know, you can't just do whatever you want and expect to be left alone. And so if you're not making whatever effort you can possible to try to better yourself, to try to better your community, and if the best thing you can do for your community is to be the best you that you can be, well, you know, then you wouldn't see as many problems in certain communities that you do see, because the music, everything is all about me, all about self-love, love yourself, and that's just going to breed, you know, it's just not going to, you know, it's going to breed shootings, drive-bys, muggings, robbings, because they're only worried about.
Oh, you know what this looks like? It looks like Iraq, Iran. You know, it looks like, you know what it looks like, actually? You know, Mussolini back in World War II. It's the same thing when they went after him, and they just, it's, you know, I know too much stuff, but, you know, people get power, and then all of a sudden they're the man. Well, it doesn't work that way. And then, you know.
Yeah. It's a massive manipulation effort to play on the emotions, to have a front for people who are, you know, hijacking, you know, if you will, or manipulating these people.
What do you mean, like 9/11 or something?
Nope. I'm just talking about the funders. Okay, they pay for provocateurs. Okay, and it's not. But let's see. Let's look at this crowd right here in Portland. Or you can't right now, but for everyone who's watching,
No, I'm talking to you.
this group in Portland here. 80% of them there are good people with good hearts who just want to make a difference. And then the other 10, 20, 15% are paid provocateurs who have an agenda, and they know exactly what the hell they're doing there, and they don't give a damn about why the rest of them are there. They're there to tear shit up and to use the other 80% of the crowd, okay, to tear down this country and to build anew. It's just a manipulation tactic. And then they also pay provocateurs to go and shoot at the right, okay, or to be violent towards the right, to provoke a response from the right, to create a race war.
Yeah, I agree 100%. 100%.
That race war, civil war, whatever y'all want to call it, civil conflict, okay? And then when we're fighting each other, guess what? You know how easy it would be to swoop in to the, I mean, if do you know how bloody civil conflicts are? There is no Geneva Convention with a civil conflict.
It's pretty bad.
It's civil unrest.
They did it in like the 1890s. 1890 Confederate.
I mean, you're just going to have random deaths. Why? Because, like I said, we're not dealing with two trained uniformed soldiers with a Geneva Code where you can't fire unless you've been fired upon. Okay, so there won't be any of that. If anybody from any side sees somebody they think might be an enemy, it's just going to be bop bop bop. That's it. And so I mean, it's just going to be bloody. It's just, and I don't mean to just be gruesome or gross. I'm just telling you how it is.
There was I don't know if it was Travis or somebody who said something. He said something about what was it called? He said something about people putting fireworks up. I've had that at my house for like 3 weeks. This is way before Canada Day. And it was really weird. He has a point. I've never seen that before. Ever.
What?
Huh?
You never seen what before? I'm sorry.
No, just Travis or something, or somebody said something about having fireworks out, or something about something.
Oh yeah, the fireworks. That's right, and that's exactly
I've been seeing that for 3 weeks.
Multiple people had been saying that was just that. All that is, where you saw those giant mortar rounds being thrown at each other. They light them and they throw them because they're just little balls that normally go into a tube and explode upwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you throw those at each other and it creates a huge, basically harmless explosion. Okay. And that conditions the entire neighborhood, okay, to hearing loud cracks, pops, and explosions right outside their windows and doors, okay, especially to the partakers of these little spats. And it's combat conditioning. It's just conditioning for everyone to get used to combat on the street. Gunfire all night long.
It's really weird because I've seen it for 3 weeks, and nobody liked fireworks off on Canada Day 3 weeks prior. That's kind of weird, Like, I don't know.
Lindsay, but you have to understand that you're playing into the divide and conquer mindset here with, she's like, I hate to say it, but Trump is brainwashing y'all. And it sounds more like she's trying to offend someone more than she's actually trying to get them to understand her side. Look, I am not even a lover of Trump. I don't think anyone can do that job. Okay. So look, let me just say this, that look, we think that Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and all these other, we can combat each other back and forth because you're playing into the red and blue. You're playing into the yin and yang, okay? You're getting caught up into a game that is going to make you a combatant. And guess what, sweetheart? Someone is out there willing to combat you, okay, if this gets bad enough. So just drop the bull crap. Forget your politics, okay? Forget the politics because they're going to get y'all killed. Y'all are playing into a trick, okay? Let go of the bird. The left and the right wing is flying you right into a fire, okay?
Well, let me say something. Like, I don't know why Trump isn't doing anything. Like, I would have done something, that's for sure. Like the whole
Lindsay,
whole
so she asks, do you are independent? Well, okay, so you are an independent. Let's see. Don't label me. You know what I mean? I believe in the Constitution, the Second Amendments, my faith in Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't freaking label me because I'm not on any side. I'm not an independent. I'm not on your political scale. You got to drop all of that. That's your brainwashing. You've been tricked into thinking that there's two sides, but really, we're all just human, okay? That's the basis of it at the end of the day, okay? And the rest of it's just a mind trick to get you tricked up into a war, and which you are playing into. You clearly hate people you don't know based on faith into a talking head. You know what I mean? You buy Disney, movies, music, the predictive programming. It's in everywhere. It's tricking you. You know what I mean?
I don't listen to them. I listen to my grandpa from World War II. He talks about and all that stuff. That was cool, but I don't agree with the protests. So. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what are you doing tonight, Lance?
Well, I just finished off a Black Pearl.
Nice.
Which is an assorted amount of rum and coke. Yeah.
Nice.
Other than that, man, I don't know. I'm just trying to have a good night and hang out on the stream. Guys, I almost am there, but I don't know. I haven't talked with Mike about doing a three-way, so I didn't want to just pull someone in. I'll take the next caller here in a few minutes. But, yeah, man, I'm just hanging out. I had a lot of technical difficulties yesterday and this morning. And it's like you would not believe the frequency of blackouts that we have been having in our area, power-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that is complete. I've been here almost, how long, Tiff? Oh, she's asleep.
You guys always, stream for, 12 hours.
Do what?
You guys always stream for, 12 hours. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, I try to go as hard as I can, and then sometimes, I don't know. I got to remember self-care, and I got to remember to get my sleep, because if not, I'm just I'm low energy and I'm crabby, and but I was mainly going really hard when this all started off, because, well, I mean, there was stuff going on all day and all night. So, anytime that I wasn't live, it would have been really helpful if I had my brother to co-host, and he could do the morning show or something like that, and I could do the evening.
That'd be amazing. I agree with that.
Oh, man. So are both of the chats on fire right now? I don't know.
I'm not pro anything. I'm central. I believe in Black Lives Matter. I agree with that. But I don't agree with all the protesting and, throwing grenades at the cops. I don't agree with that.
What would happen in Canada if you had Portland going on up there? in your
I don't know. I don't know. Be a war zone, man. 100%. We can't control that stuff down here.
Bro Fist, thank you, JC. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Eva.
But I'd love to send you that documentary, man.
Dude, I would love that. I would love that. Tiff and I were supposed to get like a PO, a post office box or something like that set up.
That's fine. Right. Give me your address. I'll send it to you.
Oh, yeah, that's what we'll do.
USB.
That's what we'll do. Just message me if you can at the Unspecified Facebook page.
Yeah, that's no problem. I just, there's all kinds of stuff about battleships, submarines, destroyers.
Oh, I love all that stuff.
He was in World War II, man. Like he was a shit.
That was
the. It's too bad. It's too bad that he was going to Old English Channel, and he broke his legs a lot of times, right? Because he got shot down. Of course, he didn't tell anybody, but he did.
He didn't tell anybody that he got shot down?
No. Fuck. When he came home, he was so broken. I felt so bad for him. The last time I seen him, he was eating eggs, like scrambled eggs. Last time I seen him, and then he died.
Dang.
But these guys were fucking badasses. Like, I know, Landon, just so you know, if you ever go to the USS Iowa, I know the security guard there.
No way.
Yeah. And he'll take you into the D-Day room where they planned D-Day, where they went to the beach, and you can sit in the chair where the president was.
Holy cow.
Yeah, man, I know that guy. I'm a part of a group, right? So.
Right.
I can hook you up, man. No problem.
No. I'm sorry. Every now and then I have to monitor other stuff. I was listening.
Yeah. No,
so
man,
you said that was
the
USS Okinawa?
No, Iowa.
Oh, okay.
USS Iowa. I know the security guy there, and he's got the key to the whole ship.
Wow.
And my other buddy, he was on the Iowa too, right? And the gun blew up, eh? The turret, the gun barrel, it blew up, and my buddy was in there, and it just basically the barrel fired back, and it killed a bunch of people. I don't know if you ever seen that video.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. But, yeah. You guys want to see some shit? I'll show you.
Well, brother, I appreciate you calling in. I think I'm going to go ahead and let someone else call. I've got other callers trying to call in, and I'm distracted. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay. Me and my wife got a donation for you. So,
oh, brother.
No, it's all good.
Man, thank you so much.
No problem.
Dude.
Thanks for having me on here, man.
Man, thank you for being here. Have a good night.
Talk to you.
That was Mike, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't answer. Bro Fist, Mike, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you for your service to your country. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going? Can you turn down your screen in the background?
Yeah, I got it.
Sorry. Who have I got? Who have I got on here?
Oh, I'll let you figure it out in a minute. Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick. You know, the blame game, the red and the blue.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the red and the blue. I think it's much bigger than that. Personally, there's a couple different ways I'm looking at it, but one way that I'm looking at it that a lot of people haven't really mentioned yet, I think there's a country that's pissed at a bunch of different countries.
Really?
Well, if you think about it, you know, listening to the news media and then listening to the general chat, everybody's talking about pretty much what's going on in the United States, but they're not really talking about how global this thing is. You know, you think outside the USA and ask yourself, okay, why are they doing this in London? Why are they doing this in Paris?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think it has anything to do with the red and the blue. I don't think it's a Democrat versus Republican issue. I think it's something bigger, much bigger. What? I really couldn't tell you. But you hit the nail on the head. I mean, if you look at the video right now, the agitators, they get everybody to the front and then look at them. They're in the back throwing the water bottles and getting
That's right.
Getting them to attack. And if you listen to some of the audio when they're up there on the front line,
they're coordinating.
They're asking the white people to go to the front.
Right. That's right.
Why would they do that? That doesn't make sense in a regular protest. Plus, I've never seen protests this extreme where they've got all the water bottles being thrown, all the fireworks being, you know, it's just much bigger than your normal protest. Plus, I don't know in my lifetime when I've ever seen a protest at night like this.
Well, we've been seeing them here all month like this at night, especially in Portland.
Oh, I know. I've been watching this since day one. I mean, I've been watching it so much.
Well, then you know that it's just been absolutely unprecedented as far as, you know, as far as what's actually being destroyed and hey, you can argue all you want. We were here. We saw. I mean, there were people walking around straight up with bats, hammers, and crowbars, you know, just needlessly for no reason breaking and. Oh man, it kind of leaves the area of this is making things right, whereas it's more or less you're destroying a democratic city that already can't afford to operate. How are they going to afford to rebuild from this destruction? Okay.
Well, see, I think that's part of their goal is to destroy the economy. And here's something else that's not really in the headlines, but I don't know how often you get out. But if you go to your local convenience store, you'll probably see a sign on the window that says that you need exact change because all of the coin currency is starting to disappear. Where the hell is it all going?
They're taking it back.
Yeah, plus almost everybody now has a plastic card that they pay with.
That's right.
So all of your money is in these banks. So if they destroy everything, the work is gone, the people don't have a way to make money, but where is their money? It's not in their pocket.
That's right.
So I think this is much bigger than we ever imagined, simply because it's so global, you know. But, yeah, I've watched it so much I can't even get a doctor to give me any Xanax. I mean, it's horrifying, to be honest with you. And,
no, I hear you.
And the things that they're teaching in school is just out of this world. My granddaughter came home today. One of her teachers, a female white teacher, told her to take her background off of her computer, which was the rebel flag. She went into her next class, and that teacher noticed that it was gone and asked her why. She said, well, Miss So-and-so said I need to take it off. And he looked at her and says, no, you didn't. And he's a black teacher.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's because a flag can't hurt you, just like words shouldn't be able to hurt you.
Well, I look at it more like this. Our schools are taking away our students' freedom of speech and expression by doing that.
Not my kids.
Well, I mean, it's just they're not teaching them the history.
Well, I mean, I clearly saw with my son getting in trouble for hugging another boy, okay, and then my daughter getting in trouble for sticking up for herself because a boy was messing with her. She shoved him.
Right.
And well, anyway, it just so happens that the Wuhan wiggle hits, and all of a sudden it's completely socially acceptable to homeschool, which is what I've wanted since I had kids. I was homeschooled, and
Dude, why do we even have school anymore when we've got Google and YouTube? I mean, seriously.
Words can't hurt you.
Right,
You
they can't.
control what does and doesn't, you know. You can't control physical pain. Okay, you can
Right.
try your damnedest and you can be tough, but if I jam a knife into your thigh and then I twist it, it's going to hurt you. But
Right,
words are
exactly.
not a knife in your thigh.
Exactly.
Lindsay says words do hurt. Then it sounds like you've been well
there's emotional-
indoctrinated. And,
Yeah, there's
and I'm
emotional
very sorry
scarring.
for that. And I'm not trying to oust you or hurt you or, you know, I try to be as sensitive as possible, but I'm not out here hurting just to hurt or seeking to do any malintent. And you seem to think that I am, even though I'm not. So it's just really odd. It seems like one of us here has been programmed, engaged against the other. Whereas, hey, I haven't kicked you out. I'm not hating on you. I haven't said one cross thing about you, you know. And here you are, you know, making these generalizations and assumptions based clearly on faith and hate. So enjoy that, Lindsay. I'm sorry that you're hurt, and I'm sorry that you've allowed yourself to become so sensitive. You could rise above this. You are better than that. You can choose to be tougher and to not let every little word hurt. I'm you know.
So let me ask you this: you know, people have died because of these protests, because of various reasons. Okay, some people say they're defending themselves. Let me ask you this: if I come up to you and I pull a weapon on you, you have the right to pull a gun and defend yourself, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Put yourself in front of an officer in a situation where these kids are right now. They point a weapon at you, and a weapon is defined as anything with a discharge is considered a weapon. So these rubber pellets are weapons. What's going to happen when somebody pulls a gun on an officer and shoots the officer because he felt threatened and felt that the cop was not in the right for pulling that weapon on him? I mean, you're going to get in trouble for shooting a cop, but when it comes down to a court of law, if this officer was in the wrong, so you've got all these protesters out here, what's going to happen when they start bringing their weapons and firing back? Here's what I'm surprised. I'm very surprised that somebody hasn't come out there with a rifle and just started blowing out kneecaps down the row of officers. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. God forbid it does, but it could easily be done. You know, these guys, every night, you can see the intensity rising, especially in Portland. Why Portland, I don't know, but I can just see it happening in the future if it gets worse.
Yeah. No, I think that could easily be done as well.
But yeah, I think,
and I'm actually with as much armed protest as we've seen. There have been little incidents where somebody accidentally discharged a weapon near a line of officers, and you know, anyway.
Well, I think if it's going to happen, it's going to be a planned attack, and it's going to be blamed on the protesters. Just like, you know, when I say I see ninjas out there, I'm talking about Antifa at the back of the line, throwing the stuff, agitating. I have a feeling it's going to be them that start doing stuff like that. And, you know, BLM, the organization, in my opinion, is corrupt based on what I've seen, okay, and the research that I've done, especially since they got a terrorist on board. But Antifa, I think, is being played with BLM. I think whoever's organizing this is organizing with both entities. I may be wrong, but it just seems like they show up at the right time, you know.
Yeah, I think it's time for a doom break.
Well, dude, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to touch base with you because I heard that guy talking. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there, you know. And I'm not telling you how to run your show or how to talk to the people in the chat, but a lot of people need to look beyond the United States and see what's really going on in other countries that are very similar to what's going on in the United States, and then ask themselves, you know, is this just the red and blue?
So it's a global setup. is what instead of it just being about the United States, this is yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's famine coming. There's a lot more things to be worried about than this cause. There clearly the rulers and the controllers are, because you had the same thing that happened to George Floyd happen in France and Italy, all at the same time. And then at the same time, you've had all these natural disasters that have hurt food, crops, and growth and shipment. So and I know nobody wants to look at all that, but it's a potential reality. I really suggest you guys get prepared for winter. And I do mean water purification, medical supplies,
food,
dry storage food, cans,
ammunition.
Right, because if you don't have guns and ammunition, then you're just preparing for someone who does.
Duck.
Yes, right.
You mentioned George Floyd. I don't know if you saw my picture that I created today, but I posted a picture, the most recent picture of George Floyd, and all it is a chess piece, a pawn.
Yeah. Right.
You figured out who you're talking to yet?
I'm thinking James.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. I'm glad you called in, brother. I appreciate you being here, man. I'm sorry I haven't been the most talkative.
Oh, that's all right.
I get distracted. I'll be looking at chat every now and then, and I'll look over at the screen, and I'm like, well, crap. What were we talking about?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed. I don't think you have me on my personal Facebook. You can find me at Talent Showcase Radio. Just facebook.com/Talent Showcase Radio. And add me there, but you'll find out I am an activist, but I'm only an activist for the right reasons, and I don't play sides. And if I make a post that offends somebody on Facebook, I can do one or two things. I can delete it, or I'll set you straight.
Yeah.
But guess which one I'm going to do first?
Set you straight. Well, look.
Yep.
I'm actually happy to have you on our team, man. I'm happy that I follow your stuff, especially over on Parler, man. I've really enjoyed it. So I think we are aligned on a lot of things.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Actually, I appreciate your broadcast. I do a lot with the trucking industry. I'm a retired truck driver, but I own an outfit called Social Truckers. And I put it out there, put your broadcast out there so that these drivers that are going into these areas have an idea what they're going into. And that's another thing people need to think about, because a lot of people think, oh, this protesting don't affect me. Well, it will.
That's right.
It's already affecting Minneapolis. It's affecting Atlanta, because truck drivers are not taking produce and supplies into those towns right now. And when they do that, it raises the cost of the produce and the supplies. So you will be affected eventually.
That's right.
With that said, dude, I'm going to get off here. I got to get some sleep.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, James, brother.
All right. Not a problem. Appreciate what you do.
I appreciate having you. And, man, thank you so much for sharing me to those groups. Anybody that's a trucker in the chat, bro fist, thank you so much for being here. Man, because I'm telling you, without them, and why would they take supplies into there? Seriously. I'm not being hateful at all, I don't think. I mean, it's not safe.
It's not safe, but, somebody has to do it, for the elderly.
And that's why defunding the police is such a silly ass idea.
It's the stupidest idea I've
you
ever
have
heard
single
in my life.
mothers, elderly people, special needs, that don't have a personal bodyguard that's at the house and armed all the time to protect them from certain situations. So who are these innocents going to call?
Exactly. They don't think about that. I mean, defunding the police in your local town is like saying defund the military and try to survive in a country by yourself. It's stupid. It's stupid. And I was watching, I don't know if you caught the Idaho feeds today. I know you weren't online, but I don't know if you saw them. The bikers were out in full force. But in Idaho...
Boise, I did. I saw that. The pipe hitters.
Did you? Yeah, the pipe hitters. Did you see the BLM protester that got slapped in the face and then turned around and asked for the cops to do something?
And you always see that, especially with the Chaz Chop situation, about how, well, they're going to sue the cops for not coming in and helping, but there's protocol in place for active shooter situations.
I'm a first responder, and I'm not going to go into a mess house or a shooting scene to pick up any victims until I know that scene is safe. That is protocol, but they don't understand that, but they know that they need to do away with the police department. It's hypocrisy, man.
It is massive hypocrisy.
Yeah, it is.
It is. We need our cops. Okay, and damn, I mean, we didn't need to defund them.
No, defund. You know, the whole defunding thing can be debunked. Okay, the reason they say they want to defund them is they want the money put into the community. Well, you know what? There is so much money out there that can be put into the community without defunding the damn police department. There are salaries that we pay Schiff, Pelosi, our president, that could be put into it.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So don't tell me defunding is the answer, because it's not.
No, it's not. And before I let you go, man, I got to get your opinion on this. Coming up with the future here, you know, and I'm going into the presidential topic here about November. Just what are some insights that you might have off the cuff? I know you're not very prepared for that question. Just, I mean, what are we looking at here? We're looking at Biden. We're looking at Trump. I don't know why this year.
First of all, I'm very prepared for it. I think that whatever country or whoever this is knows the strengths and the weaknesses of both parties and everybody involved in government. Okay, Trump has a lot of supporters, and I've said since day one, I'm a fan of Trump because he's a businessman, and so am I, and I've learned some things over the years from the man. Okay, when he came up for election, I thought, you know, maybe this guy can turn the world around and get some jobs created. That's the only reason I was all for him getting in there. There's many, many reasons why I didn't want Hillary, which I think a lot of people will understand. Now, after seeing him in there for 4 years, seeing the struggles that he's been through, they're seeing his weaknesses. It's awful funny to me that this all started the day after his impeachment failed. So
you're so
I have a feeling he stands a good chance of winning because he is opening the eyes to a lot of people as to what is going on with our government. And Biden, I hate to say this, but I don't even know if he'll still be alive in November to be president. I mean, that guy
or coherent.
Coherent, yeah. I mean, people are seeing how he handles his speeches now, and they wonder if he's got dementia. But it's not just that. I don't think he has the fortitude to actually do the job anymore. And they saw what happened in the Obama era. Do they want to go through that again? So, you know, I can't say. But in November, one of two things is going to happen. I mean, either he's going to win or Biden's going to win. But is this going to go away? If this is something that is being brought out of another country that's pissed at us, whether it's Russia or Iran, I don't care, or any country, if that's what it is, it's not going to matter who's in office. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, somebody mentioned something about owning property. Technically, we don't own anything if we pay taxes on it. Personal
That's absolutely
property
right.
tax. We don't own our house even though we bought it. So, you know, we're kind of like slaves. You know,
well,
if you think
we're
about
like
it.
tax debt slaves.
There you go. Exactly.
And nobody likes to hear that, but that's the damn truth.
That is the facts.
I don't
That
care
is
if you
the
own a
fact.
horse ranch, how many acres you think you've got. I know you think you can defend it, but here's the thing: if you just decide to tell the IRS or whoever, F you, you know, it won't be your property. It will be charged with a crime, and you will be removed from it. Civil asset forfeiture.
Right. Civilians need to look out for other civilians. I mean, I've been part of neighborhood watch programs in the past, and those are great if somebody's actually watching the neighborhood all the time. It takes a concerted effort for a neighborhood watch program to work. But now I think all communities need to get together and have a game plan, because if these guys come down your street, you've seen what they can do. Are you ready for it? So I think everybody needs to get together in their community and have a game plan in mind.
Yeah.
I suggest everybody on the block be prepared to use a weapon If you don't own a gun, get one. If you don't know how to use one, get the proper training. But I think everybody needs to be prepared for the worst at all times. That's just my opinion.
100% agree.
So, all right, man, I gotta get off here. I've been up way too long watching this, and I think this BLM stuff is going to die down for season 2 of COVID-19, and then come back for an encore in November. Yeah, call it a conspiracy
I appreciate
theory,
the call.
but it's
I
not
appreciate your info, brother.
Yeah, you can call it a conspiracy theory, but conspiracy theories are kind of blown out the window when they actually come true. So just keep that in mind.
That's right.
So,
well, thank you for calling,
all right,
brother. You know I enjoy it.
All right, be safe, man. Be
You
safe,
too.
everybody.
Yeah, keep your head on a swivel out there. Get ready.
All righty, we'll see you, man.
All right, brother. James, my man. Guys, it's doom break time. I'm going to slip away to the restroom. Just know that I love you, and I thank you so much for being here. Even you, Lindsay. Brofist. Thank you so much. I will be back shortly.
For 5, and I felt like I missed so much, but I just like couldn't. If I'm not mentally there, if my energy is not there, I can't go out, you know, because you have to be prepared for like the crazy people that come up to you, and just all types of stuff. So, all right, guys, looks like everything. This is it. It's kind of broken up. Also, you guys, from experience, because we've been out here, when it gets less people like this and nobody's really sitting in the same spot, more prone to the police attacks. So unfortunately, that great organizer, he left, and so it's kind of like people are just like sporadically everywhere, right? So knowing, because we've been out here when it's all started since day one, and we've seen how Seattle's done and DC has done. When it is like this, you guys, this is when there is more trouble. Just because if there's not that many people, we're more than likely gonna get attacked or like picked up by the police. So I love you guys all so much. I hope nothing happens here tonight. It seems pretty chill, but you just never know. These protests are freaking crazy. But I think we're gonna head home. Just like I said, the trains are already done. Can't get an Uber over here, so we're gonna head home. I love you guys so much. Thank you for helping me keep this word alive tonight, you guys. I'm gonna take the day off tomorrow, and then my husband let us stay out tonight until 2. I mean, we're probably not gonna get home, guys, until like 3 in the morning, realistically. So we're going to take the day off tomorrow, and then we're going to Rhode Island for 4th of July weekend. So I'll be live streaming that parade. It's like the oldest, longest parade in the U.S. But if they have a Black Lives Matter movement out there, I'm definitely going to see what Rhode Island's about and try to join in for like 2 hours or so. So I'm going to try to see what's going down in Rhode Island. But otherwise, I love you guys all so much. Thank you all so much for staying with me tonight. You guys are all amazing. I love you. Please be safe, and love you guys. We're gonna head home, and I'll like put on my comments that we made it. Okay. Love you guys.
To a safer spot. We got so much going on right now. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in right now. If you haven't already shared this, please make sure you guys share this. If you're not screen recording, please make sure you screen record if you can, if you know how to, in case Facebook tries to remove this. Much appreciated.
Oops. Hold on, that's the wrong title. I'm not leaving that up. I gotta fix that.
Stop bombing neighborhoods. You brought the violence with you. Stop rioting in our neighborhood. Hey, you're not supposed to riot, BPB. Go back to the barn.
Ignore the trolls. Ignore the trolls. All right. I know exactly where this is. I used to live right over here. What's going on? I used to live right over here.
Okay. That lady will be crying in about 20 minutes when she gets, sprayed. So stupid, dude.
No good cops in a racist system. 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 No good cops in a racist system.
If you not disperse to the east, you're subject to arrest or use of force, to include crowd control and munitions. Move to the east. This event has been declared a riot. Disperse immediately to the east. Go past Albina. If you do not disperse to the east, you are subject to arrest or use of force, to include crowd control and munitions. Move to the east.
Y'all some bitches for real.
Sir, this is not a riot.
I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot.
This event has been declared a riot.
Well, that's funny because I see a riot.
Go past Albina.
Don't worry, I'm documenting it. It's a riot.
You are subject to arrest or use of force, to include crowd control and munitions. Move to the east.
Man, fuck y'all. Peaceful protest.
It's not peaceful.
A good person would take off that goddamn badge, you coward.
Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. I don't see no riot here. Take off your riot gear. Hey, yo, put your shit down, bro. Put your shit down. Why you ripping that shit? Put that shit down, you bitch. Damn. None of us are fucking armed. Y'all some bitches, for real. I don't see no riot. Bet your wife fucking somebody too. I don't see no riot here.
Good one.
Thank you, Timothy.
Nobody's doing shit for real.
All right, so I'll give an update. This is the Chop Sueans, courtesy of Concrete Reporting. I didn't mean to cover up their logo. I can't take it out. But they are marching somewhere for something. We're not quite sure what, because nobody really knows what they want there.
Why do you fucking do that right? The one over there. That nigga right there. Hey, bro, where's your trigger discipline?
That's a high-pitched voice there.
Guys, ignore the trolls. Ignore the trolls. They want a reaction. Let the trolls do their job. They're secretly helping us in a way. Let's not engage in their conversation. Don't let it get to you.
Secretly helping us.
How you feel. I've been ignoring the fuck out of the trolls tonight. Fuck the trolls. We're good over here. We're good over here. Don't worry about the trolls. Keep ignoring them.
Take off your right gear. Take off your right gear. I don't see the right gear. Take off your right gear. I don't see the right gear. Take off your right gear. I don't see
Amanda, thank you so much for your support. Yeah, they charge fast. I already know. I'm gonna be dipping as soon as they try to start.
Hold on, you guys will see what that says in a
I already
second.
know. I saw them. We have it on tape. We witnessed it. Them take down at least 4 or 5 people. Yes, let the trolls, expose themselves. When you guys see a troll, you already know what to do. We got to chat. We take the trolls. We get their information. We get them fired from their jobs.
Oh, jeez. I want to go and troll that guy now.
They want to make fun of people talking about we don't have jobs. People have jobs. What time is it?
Is this what people were saying?
10:40.
This is what someone was saying the other day.
We all have a good all that will grow up, learn some respect. Joanna. An ironic comment.
That's all we got right here. You are the bad guy.
As a troll commenting saying that they're not helping us.
Someone should go to his feed and tell everyone to come watch my feed. They're welcome here. Because I also don't think a lot of these guys have jobs.
Yo, Mr. Hartman, thank you so much for the support, bro. I don't know how to say your first name. Amanda Tallini, thank you so much for your support as well. Thank you. If you haven't already shared this, make sure you share this. Spam those heart reactions.
He's making money, though. You got to give him that. He said, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much, 1 million times. So good for him if he's making money. Off the backs of real working Americans. But then again, he has a job, right? That's what he says.
This event has been declared a riot. Disperse immediately to the east.
No, okay. They can't get me fired. I own my company.
You're subject to arrest or use of force to include crowd control and munitions. Move to the east.
I never accept. Control you with my 45. This is Portland, Oregon. Oh, yeah, it doesn't say that. He's still coughing. Man, this kid's a sis.
Hey, we'll get an official. Fuck.
There, now you know where it is.
Meeting at 5K. Fuck, my voice is getting fucked up. 5K will get an official safety meeting. Travis, thank you so much for your support. We just got that. Thank you, bro.
All streets!
5K. Let's go. Safety meeting. I've been taking many safety meetings, Ashley.
Yes, it is.
About to get official one right now.
Get back here!
You must smoke a lot of weed. The dude's been coughing forever.
Do you have the paintballs for Teal?
I don't. They're in the car.
They in the car?
Yeah, and the car's all the way back there. What's going on?
It would be awesome if we had those right now.
I know it would.
Literally, I was just trying to meet you so we could do those.
Yeah.
You recognize an officer. They don't get a day off, but they're rolling in the overtime pay. Yeah, DeAndre Marquise. That is his YouTube or Facebook.
I had to look at your live to find you.
Safety meeting. If you watch it from home, get that safety meeting in. We have 5K. Much appreciated. If you haven't already shared this, please share this.
They can't contact my boss. I work for myself. Good night, Todd.
Mike, thank you so much for the support. We just got that.
Oh, is that what he does? I don't even know how to do that. I would do that on YouTube if I knew how to do it.
Thank you so much for your support.
But I don't know how to do that. Because people actually pay it, so it would make me more money than putting the chat out. Oh, whatever. I don't care. Barbara Pope said someone said to me that I'm reported, and you said, well, I'm the boss. Did you get a message? I'm curious about that. Did you get a message? Hold on. What's going on in Chop Sueyville? Never mind. I thought I saw construction workers. I'm wrong.
To make what are they called?
Use a VPN before you go on these streams and say something that doesn't fit their narrative. You'll be okay. I don't care. I don't go to any other streams. He pins his Cash App in the comments. Oh, is that what I should do?
The cops are moving back.
Or they're going to come cut you guys off. There's no other way to go this way once they come down.
Keep their wives! 40% of cops! Keep their wives! 40% of cops! Beat their wives! 40% of cops! Beat their wives!
I'm going to punch this. Dude.
40% of cops! Beat their wives!
Are awesome, just like the other 60%. Well, let me say the other 59.9999999%. He only gets $1 at a time. Yeah. Oh. And look, they throw it back and they run like a bunch of cowards. That was a good one. How are they doing this on roads and they don't block down the traffic? You would think they would block down the traffic.
We do this every day!
Cool.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yo. What did I miss?
Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street!
Devin, thank you so much for your support, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you, Devin. We just got that. Thank you.
Awesome Nail Tech, what's up? Stacy.
Tim, don't spam the chat, please.
What's
All
up?
right, bud?
Thank you.
Daisy,
Timothy
thank you so much
Bibb.
for your support. We just got that. Thank you. Shout out to Daisy.
Hands up! Hands up!
I'm sure they do
freight
have
dude?
undercovers in the crowd.
Wait, you want me
Maybe.
to call this number? Why?
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, if I'm calling, what
It
did I
looks like
miss
in
here?
Seattle,
What freight
I can't
dude?
tell,
Why am I
they may be
calling?
blocking traffic. No, these are protesters, bozos. They're dancing. I'll stay over here though.
Protesters shot at light.
I don't know. I hope
today
they get tired and go
in
home
Utah.
soon. I
That's
didn't want to
BS.
live stream all night long. Maybe I'll just leave the stream on and then just go to bed. If I bet I could figure with my software. I bet I could schedule it to shut off.
Yeah.
What is this number, Lynn? Why?
Bubby, thank you so much for your support, bro. Appreciate it. Shout out to Bubby. This content. All right.
What am I calling him to talk about?
All right, what else we got? We're here. Oh wait, is this the same feed? Yeah. Here's another guy with a mask.
Okay, people are still peeling back, so it looks like folks maybe aren't taking the bait. Yeah. So the police do seem to have peeled back here. So they could have. They could be sitting at the Central Precinct, the precinct. They could. Hard to say where the police are going. But maybe they're having us disperse now.
Someone said they're all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
So
he's got jokes.
It's been a pretty, honestly, like, in terms of the police response, they immediately declared an unlawful assembly. As soon as folks reached the Portland Police Association, before anyone had done anything unlawful, they were the first folks to start firing munitions to share. Huh? Oh, yeah, that fell off. I must have screwed that on right. And,
yeah, they cop rioted a bit, y'all.
Oh my God, thanks for the super chat.
Munitions use than I've seen them in the past, but they were also like aiming at faces, throwing people to the ground, beating people with sticks. Like they fucked some folks up, pulled a guy off his bike and hit him. Like
Tough
some really
time,
rough
dude.
arrests. And again, the most aggression I've seen from within the crowd was people throwing water bottles. So you tell me who's rioting.
The people that were throwing water bottles.
Did light a garbage can on fire after they'd been shot at repeatedly and beaten.
Was that a real question? Tell me who's rioting. They were throwing water bottles at the police. Oh, well, that means they're rioting.
Yeah, my hair's crazy right now. Fan club on Facebook. Oh, jeez. Behind the Bastards fan. That's nice to know.
I think it's like upwards, maybe 5,000.
That's good.
A lot of leftists.
Let's see what this one is.
Nika, darling, thank you so much for your support. We just got that.
Whatever.
I was like 7.
At Lockheed.
Here in California.
Awesome. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a good place to get
I
arrested.
spent some years in prison, so.
I have his feed going on. He's just talking to himself.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's check out Seattle, see what the Chop Sueyans are doing. They're having a moment of silence. Let's see what's going on over here. Get a U-Haul. Still pretty mellow. Let's check this out.
Go to the Justice Center.
Oh,
So, people in the comments, they're telling us to go to the Justice Center. What do you think?
How far is the Justice Center?
It's so weird how we've gotten to know all these.
Wouldn't that be pretty
protesters
good
and
if they
whatnot.
arrested all the
Like
Let's get
people?
back with the group that was back here, actually.
If they just catch everyone that's filming and just arrest them, because they're all part of the riots.
Megan, thank
This
you so
guy
much for
was
your
part of the
support. Much
riot.
appreciated.
I mean, I value the stream and all that.
All right, I got his number.
He was part of the riot. We
They're
all
telling
saw
us to
that.
go to the Justice Center. You guys think it's a good idea? Let me know.
Someone said Jake hasn't taken his meds lately.
All right, the group's marching back. Kurt, thank you so much for the support. We just got that. Shout out to Kurt. Stacy, thank you so much for your support as well. I'm sorry I was by not reading off comments. It's early still. Yeah, it's still pretty early. Safety meeting, somebody says. We'll get a safety meeting. Let me get out the street. I'm over here tripping.
Hold on, let me adjust my
There we go. You hear me, bud?
audio.
Hello?
Oh crap, I knew it. You can't hear me.
Did I do something or?
Bear with me. Can you?
Let me shut my Wi-Fi off, Landon. It might cut us out real quick.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yo.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Oh, Tara. Brofist. Thank you so
Hello?
much.
Oh man, I hate it when
All right, man. Let me see what I can do to fix my audio. It's all right, brother. It's just Hey, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I just have to fix my mic.
Hello?
I'm here, brother. This is unreal. I got it now. I got it.
Are they gonna let us talk to each other?
Hold on.
Okay, a little technical difficulty, guys. You didn't tell me the microphone wasn't working.
Yeah, you're not hearing me.
I'll just be here. I'll be here waiting. Get this baby running.
Crap.
Skeeters are out, for the record. Hope everybody's
Well, it sounds
staying
lovely.
safe from the mosquitoes, because I'm getting ate up.
Got
I'm
it.
sneaking
I
out
found
here
it.
like I'm talking to the frickin' federales. My wife gets annoyed with all this stuff.
I think I got it.
Oh yeah, there's my man. What's up, buddy?
What's up, brother?
Oh, just hanging outside. Said I'm sneaking out here because my wife gets so sick of me talking about this stuff. I gotta go outside.
Oh, crap. All right, you there?
No. Oh yeah, I'm here.
All right, I can hear you. I couldn't hear you for a second there. Let me just make
That's
sure.
all right. I shut my Wi-Fi off, and I'm just on my Verizon thing now, so it shouldn't mess around. For some reason, the way my internet provider came and changed my stuff out, so now I got one of those new ones, and you can't say the name of it. And then I got a separate 2G network. It's weird.
A separate 2G network. I'm sorry, man. I'm working on something in the
No,
background.
you're good. You're good.
I am terribly embarrassed.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, I'm on the regular data now. I just figured if you wanted to talk about, everybody can agree at least that the world's in a rough position. The U.S. is in a rough position. The economy is gonna struggle. I think everybody can agree on that. Riots and all that included.
What are your thoughts on breaking down exactly what is causing this to the economy?
Man,
is that too much?
I just don't know anymore. I used to think I had a beat on it. For when it first started, I was like, oh man, it's China. Then, oh man, it's Russia. Then, oh man, it's Russia and China. And then I seen a thing on the news today where they were talking about 3 Marines bombed in Russia in a vehicle. That was today on Facebook. And it's like it's so
in Russia.
In Russia.
Yeah.
Google search it while we're dinking and look into that a little bit if you want.
Now, what was it again? 3
U.S. Marines in a car bomb. And it involved Russia, man. I have it on Facebook. 1 second, I can look at it. I have it in Messenger because I sent it to my neighbor. Here we go. It's on Fox News. McCarthy reacts to report about Russian bounties.
This has been coming up, and people have been saying that this is fake.
Well, let me tell you, if Fox News put something on fake, they would be publicly apologizing because CNN would have them hung if they didn't.
It's just, people come out.
And if it is fake, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
No. I'm not calling it. I'm not calling it because that's the thing is that I've heard it a week ago, and it came out in these like.
Well, it popped up again on my Facebook today, and I'm active with you guys a lot. I'm active with everything a lot, and that was the first I'd seen the stinking thing. So I mean, it was new on my feed. It's weird, I'm here in Ohio. Maybe everything is just so weird how it works, man. And I feel like the better the internet gets, the more and more we're going to uncover because everything is instant for them and it's just as instant for us too.
Sorry, I'm looking up.
You're okay.
I got doggone. Sorry, let's see. We'll try this. See if this is it. Sorry, man. My live feeds are.
No, you're all right. I'm just thinking in my head too, guys. Like, you got the Wuhan wiggle on one end, and it's being pushed.
Did you hear about that new pandemic capable flu?
Oh, great. No, that sounds like a murder hornet on steroids, bro.
Yeah.
Write it to me. Let me hear about it. Give me a short preview.
It's in China right now, and it has the potential to be another pandemic. Okay.
I feel like they're letting things out of the box, out of that little test cage they got over there by the wet market.
Well, they say it's from pigs. So.
Well, I'm just saying, I think there's somebody working there that is bored or hates everyone and is just letting that stuff suck on a mosquito or something. I don't know. It's too much to keep up with, though. I mean, so you got that, and then we got that now, and then you do have the financial end. Feels like it's a separate thing, but it's all really combined because it all came from the same place. We are financially dealing with tariffs on China, and then all this stuff started. Love Trump fan, but I mean, the tariffs came down on China, then all this sneaky stuff started happening, and then the swamp or whatever you want to call it, the Democrat people are supposedly getting indicted and charged, and all this stuff just going, it's crazy, and it's conspiracy theory city, and you can't really have a sober conversation about it. So my biggest thing was, we all know all this crazy stuff's going on. What happens when the power does go out? What happens when the internet does shut off? Is everybody semi-ready? I mean, does everybody know how to start their own little garden? I mean, I feel like people are gonna be hungry, man.
And how many meals away is the average American from absolute chaos?
Let me tell you, I mean, I hate how set up I am right now as far as food wise. Like, I am not nowhere near ready. I mean, I probably have enough canned food for, if I really rationed and starved myself, 2 months, maybe. and then some rice and some other small things. But I mean, in reality, I'm going to be spending 2 weeks trying to figure out how to get out of the city that I'm in, because I live in the city. So I'm out within 5 minutes of crap hitting the fan anyway, and heading out to the country with family. But so let's talk about the fam a little bit too. I some of the family I don't talk to, no reason to rhyme or reason, but I talked to one the other day. He said, "Hey man, if you need some vegetables, come on over. We have 30 squash plants planted, 30 zucchinis planted, like rows and rows of stuff." And they're like, "Well, with all the stuff going on, we thought it was going to go crazy, so we started growing." And they put a water line in, everything for their garden. And I'm like, man, at least I'm not the only one semi freaking out. I mean, even the people that are older and a lot smarter than me are really buckling down, cashing out retirements. Anybody that's got a teacher's pension right now, I left a teaching job, and then I cashed my retirement out right as COVID started tanking our stuff, and it's rough. It's, I don't know. I just started working for a new company too, and it could all change because it's all real estate based, and the reason why they swooped me up was because they're buying homes for next to nothing right now.
That's right.
So it's definitely interesting. I think I'm going to go to Menards and at least spend like $60 to $100 on some OSB boards and just put them in the garage. And the nice thing about those, I know if crap hits the fan, I can slap them up against my windows and run lag screws in them. You know, and at that point, I don't care what happens to my walls. I'm just trying to keep people out. But
right, yeah,
that's the only thing I haven't done yet.
I have very similar things on standby for, you know.
OSB's a big one, man. OSB, I feel, is a big one. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
It would at least slow them down coming into your house to where you'd be able to take them down.
Right.
Ugh, yeah. And it's crazy stuff, man.
I used to avoid houses like mine because of how many windows my house currently has.
Yeah, mine too. I got these big old bay windows out front.
So I used to, like, you know, because at a very young age, this book came out called The Zombie Survival Guide, and I don't know why they allowed me.
Oh, yeah, my wife loves that stuff.
I don't know why they allowed me to read that at such a young age, but man, it ruined me.
Well, it helped you a lot too. I mean,
yeah, it did. It had me thinking about how to. I mean,
my wife's a Walking Dead fanatic, and that helps keep her prepared too. She's all about some of the prepper stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's some benefit to that show then. You know?
Absolutely. It dragged out way too long. I gave up on it after a while, but I was a fan for a while. Oh, but I don't understand how people can write about what they're writing about still. They've already fired all the police. I don't know what more they can gain. They found out that defunding the police isn't going to work when 18 people died in Chicago in one night. So,
man, I don't know. I think at this point it's just about creating a new country or to see radical change, you know.
And I'm sitting here with baby boys, like a 5 and an 8-year-old, and I'm like, I'm ready, but at the same time, like, man,
this sucks.
I'm gonna have to.
Totally understand that.
I'm gonna have to raise my kids completely different than I ever thought I'd have to.
Yeah, same thing going on.
You know what I mean? But thank God they canceled school, man. That is garbage. I worked in the school system. I worked in a JVS school, so if you didn't work out at your regular high school or you wanted to learn a trade, you'd come to ours. So we had some of the rougher kids, and man, the stuff that they were teaching them, I understand why they were so. Common Core math is insane. 1.
That's right.
2, they don't teach you how to balance a checkbook. That's a whole separate class. You know, like,
Well, luckily, see, to get my GED, I went into a boot camp program at 16. Like I said, I was homeschooled, and then to gain my GED, I went into a boot camp for the National Guard. Military like to call this program Hug a Thug. But it isn't just for thugs.
So you were a rough kid too.
Right, yeah. I grew up kind of rough. You know, a lot of...
Well, you didn't go to a prep school, is what I was getting at.
No, didn't go to a prep school. Nope, I despised those kids.
I don't know.
I used to, man.
They're annoying,
not
but
anymore.
I don't see them as bad people.
No, I don't despise them anymore. If I were to, like I said, I mean, that means I would have to despise both of my nieces. My brother went to a very elitist school in the town that we were from. You know, down here where I'm from in Louisiana, I don't know if y'all know, but it's extremely Catholic. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And well, it's two sides. You got Baptist and you have Catholic. So he you know, I was homeschooled and he went to the, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know, saint of this, you know, so and so Catholic school, which, you know, has a preface school. So like if you don't go to their elementary, you can't go to their high school kind of thing, and it's extremely expensive.
It's start to finish, like you, yeah.
No shit, I'm talking about like $20,000 a year tuition.
Yep. It's a business expense type deal.
Yeah. And it's also about your stature in that town. So like
it is, man.
It's
and
the wheat and the tares.
You might be the dumbest person in the world, but you're going to be making $100K starting off.
That's right.
That's what sucks. But the nice thing is, I mean, I've went from minimum wage job. I went to college, but I never finished. But I went from minimum wage jobs to being a janitor to working at building maintenance for a school. That's where I worked at a school for so long. And then now I do large building maintenance for different factories. And it's all YouTube and freaking stuff I had to learn growing up fixing my own house.
That's right. Same here, brother. Had to learn it all from, you know, YouTube and asking, and then eventually paying attention to wiser men.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't be a State Farm agent. I tried.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
Or a police officer. That's what I went to school for, and I turned out to be a bad egg. Started drinking. But way better now. I just got way too ornery while I was in the police academy. Don't go into the police academy when you're turning 21. That's my advice.
I hear that. Well, I was too busy being a biker at that point.
Ah, you were a biker.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Until I was hit by a truck and my
back surgery
shattered my spine in 3 places. No, shattered my pelvis in 3 places. I crushed the L4 in my spine and broke 4 ribs and, you know, mangled up 1 leg. It was a
beating. I had back surgery, but not from a bike accident, something else. But I can understand back pain, man. That's a whole nother thing. So power to you for dealing with that. When mine went to shit, I was at a place called Cedar Point out in Sandusky, Ohio. Big roller coaster place. I rode roller coasters all day like an idiot, and went home the next day. And I went to get out of bed, and the pain was so bad I peed my pants, fell to the floor, couldn't walk. Insane. Back surgery, whole deal. So yeah, and I still deal with it, man. If you have pins and plates in your back, goodness gracious, it's amazing you're as nice as you are, because it makes me.
No, I wasn't for many years after, man. I had to work out. I had to shed that badass attitude, man. Not only was I not as tough as I thought I was, but
nobody thinks you're tough when you're peeing your pants. That's what my wife tells me.
Oh yeah, man. I turned into a big old baby because I had to rely so much on help, and you know, I had a big pride. I didn't like not being able to listen. I was told I wasn't going to walk again. Okay, that was the first thing the doctors told me, and then the next time I talked to the doctors, a couple of, I don't know, weeks or months later, They come in with an 18-inch threaded bar that they were going to put through my hip to hold it together. And so not only was I going to walk again, but I sure as hell wasn't going to let them stick that thing in me. And,
yeah, you were smart doing that, man. And we're lucky that we are. I don't know how old you are, but you look semi close to my age. I'm 31. How old are you? Are you younger than me?
only by you said you're 31.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm 27.
So even better. The doctors that we have now and the stuff they can do now.
Yeah.
Well, I shattered my elbow when I was 9-10 years old, and they had to send me to a whole special doctor in the middle of nowhere to put pins in my arm back in that day, because that was a whole new thing back. Now they got her down to a laser beam.
Yeah, that's right. Well, dude, there was so much shit. I'm so surprised. Hey, everybody, just want to let everyone know in chat, because I thought I sent it out in a message, but maybe y'all didn't see it, or maybe it didn't send. None of my tabs are working, and so when I go to the program that's running the stream, it's just a big blue page. Like, I'm not even kidding. So I don't know how many people are watching. So honestly, I'm surprised that we're even live right now. Much less
No, I just checked. We're live.
I can't get a link to pull up for me right now, so I'm a bit screwed.
Man, the internet's been sketchy. So's my phone connection's been sketchy too, man.
Yeah.
Real intermittent.
Oh, and it should be noted that for some reason, even though my laptop is plugged in, like my battery has gone all the way down to 12%. It was just at 7%. So I was like, well, maybe it'll just die and I'll just have to let everyone know the laptop died. I don't know why it's dying. Like I said.
I like your video screen in the top left, FYI.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Seen that tonight, and I was like, that's a nice little change right there. That makes whatever's in the top right, I don't know, a little bit more viewable than on the top left, but that could just be my weirdness.
Yeah, Autumn says maybe give it a good restart. I don't know. Number one, I don't know
Give
why
her a good restart.
Why is it dying
on Discord?
I don't understand.
You why? Because you're probably getting Zuckerbeat or something.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Probably got Kickstarter, man. I have to scan my face to get on Facebook now. I'm such a pain in the ass, apparently. I gotta scan my face.
Holy crap.
You haven't had to do that?
No.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Dude, that is insane.
You don't have to scan anybody in the chat. I'm not watching the chat because it messed me up when I talk to you, but has anybody had to scan their face for Facebook? Because I've had to do it twice now.
Not I, said the fly.
And if anybody thinks I'm BS, and look it up, because it had to happen to somebody else, because it happened to me twice.
If you rub your head and pat your tummy, it will start working. Wait, I'm supposed to.
I am not a multitasker.
Hold up, I have to rub my head and pat my tummy. I can't.
Start with the pat and then rub a bald spot on your head.
Okay,
I'm bald
wait.
as hell.
Pat. For some reason I can't do it.
Well, you should probably have a drink. I think I need one. I'm gonna have to get a sip in real quick. Drink a little Miller Lite tonight.
Man, I actually am looking forward to some normal ass beer. I really like all that like coffee stout stuff, but
the coffee stouts. I've never dabbled.
Well, see, that Rasputin that I had the other night was an absolute.
Oh, that looked thick.
It was a treat. But could I do more than one?
Looked like a full dinner.
It is, man. It's like swallowing a baseball. I mean, it's like, I don't know how to explain that. It's so like heavy. I don't know. It's
good flavor though, huh? Flavor was good.
It was ridiculously good, and 9% alcohol. But I couldn't do more than one. It's just too. It's I don't know. Too heavy, too thick. It's like
we have a little thing here. We started on Facebook. It's called Booze for Buddies. You got to be 21 to get in, and we deliver during COVID when everything was canceled. We deliver a bottle of wine. For the ladies had a wine one, and we had a whiskey one. And we back and forth, and I was lucky enough to get some moonshine from Kentucky somehow.
Holy cow, that sounds awesome.
It was the best thing ever. I drank like 2 sips of it. The rest of it I used for burning a fire because it was way too strong for this old. It was insanely strong, but coolest thing I'd ever had in my life.
My neighbor teased me and said he was gonna bring over some damn apple pie moonshine or something like that.
See,
And,
I would like it if it was cut. See, I had the whole raw deal, and it was just ether.
Yeah, unenjoyable.
Anything going on as far as riots tonight? As far as anything pressing?
Portland. It's going down like a Catalina wine mixer in Portland.
Well, I've been talking to you, bro. I don't peek. So just making sure I ain't missed anything crazy.
Well, like I said about the internet, it's like.
Has anyone followed the money? Like anybody important, like on like Fox News? Anybody like said, "Hey, I'm a reporter. I'm gonna follow where all this money's coming from." That doesn't occur to anyone.
No one wants to get Epstein.
Nobody wants to say the name.
Right. Nobody wants to die.
It's a guess. Yeah. He committed suicide.
Yeah. I mean.
Then he got the Epstein thing. Boy, all this went off as soon as he died. And then the pedophile ring. My goodness.
No, it's like so the Russian thing, the collusion hearing stopped. 1, Epstein.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
What else? What else happened? Like right.
Yeah, help
on
us
top
out,
of...
chat. Help us out. There's so much stuff, though. You literally have to have one of them boards with the red strings. Landon, I'm thinking you need one of these with the strings and the pictures.
Yes, no, I do, man. I will absolutely. You know what? Because Tiff, she should have worked in like set design or something like that. I'm gonna have her like set up one of the walls in my garage and have
absolutely
like conspiracied out, and I'm gonna try and copy that meme that you see.
Oh, yep.
With that one dude from It's Always Sunny.
Is it Charlie or is it?
It's Charlie, I think. I don't know that show very well, but I know he's in it. Here, well, crap, my internet's not working right now. Honestly, I don't know how we're live. If we're live right now, it's by the grace of God.
Bro, we're live. I'm watching you right now, and for some reason, because I'm on my Verizon, maybe it's actually keeping up decent.
Thank you, everyone, for the links. Like I said, I don't know what the heck is going on with my internet. I appreciate it, Angelia, Tara, Stacy. April, thank you so much, everybody, for the links. I'm sorry.
So we had the Russian collusion. We had Epstein. We had some other stuff happened. We had the China tariffs. Where was China tariffs in there?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, that was maybe.
Was that like during the beginning? It's kind of the beginning.
The very, very beginning were the China tariffs.
Yeah.
And the tariff war.
And does anybody else think China and Russia are like not one country, but definitely like a solid team? Or does anybody not think that?
See, I'm not sure about that.
Russia's got to have somebody on their team, right? China's got to have somebody on their team. Obviously, they're not solo. I mean, we know who's on our team. They're all the list of whatevers. Who's on the other team?
See, are we sure? Because then that means I think Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, are they all a team? Because we've basically just described Axis forces there. And so what are we? US, Canada.
Well, the thing is, nobody wants to fight anymore. Nobody wants to go back and forth. It'll be
warfare has become very clean these days.
Yeah.
We have drones. We have airstrikes.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking. I mean, we got the Wuhan wiggle already. That's stuff I'm worried about. Stuff that you breathe in.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That seems to be what they're playing with.
And it's oddly enough only coming out of one country.
Bro, catch it on fire. Tell everybody just to leave the area. Nobody needs to get hurt, but that area needs to go. Whatever's in there needs to go. They need UN sanctions for them to step out of that lab and burn it to the ground. Otherwise, hell on earth. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? And then you got all this other distracting stuff going on. It's the most important. at the end of the day, are we going to be able to wake up and eat breakfast or not?
I like breakfast.
Man, I love a good breakfast. I always skip it though.
I always skip it too, but the last 2 mornings, man, I have been blessed.
You get it in? The wife helped. The wife had to help.
Everything worked out to where I was actually up and,
and hungry. It's hard for me to eat in the morning.
Me too.
I'm a
man,
big
but
guy.
you gotta
I got
force
plenty of
yourself
weight. I'm
to.
250. I know.
You gotta force yourself to eat a breakfast, man.
I know.
You gotta find a nummy that is super nummy. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm super into oatmeal, and I haven't had it in years, and it's been in my house every week for the last, And I think that's I don't know. You just gotta find something, that's good for you, but
Right.
at the same time, super nummy.
Well, let me tell you a little thing I got for Father's Day for my grill. You guys have a grill or not? It's just a little metal wok with holes in it.
Love it.
That's all it is. And all I do is slice my vegetables up and I throw them in there. And it is so delicious. Squeeze lemons on them, put a little dry rub on there, whatever dry rub you got in the kitchen. You don't have to buy anything special. And it's delicious.
Thank you, Stacy. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, I just tried those links out, Stacy, and I'll drag them over, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I've been zucked. No, I don't know what's going on right now. I need to restart my computer, but I don't want to do that because, well, to be honest with you, I don't know what time I'm ending the show tonight.
I'm going to say it's already 2:30 in the morning, bro. Late night as it is.
Page unresponsive. Yeah, I don't know what that means. And like I said, dude, I don't even know how. Is YouTube chat asleep? I think so. I can't check it because...
No, you're a gun guy.
Oh, big time.
I know. I watched some of your stuff. What type of standard topical oil are you using on your... Only to wipe down, but to keep your slides on your action nice and smooth? Do you use an all-around standard oil, or do you have separate oil?
I use
for
two.
Each part.
I used to use a lot of the hops, if you know HOPES.
Oh yeah. I use that to strip my barrel.
I used to use a lot of that, but now I don't. Now I use two things. Okay. I use a good old-fashioned, you can find it anywhere, cheap yellow can of rim oil, and then
yep.
To keep everything lubed up, I use Lucas gun oil. You know, like Lucas, that Lucas oil that you can put in your engine.
Yeah.
Well, that same Lucas company started making a gun oil, and dude, it's the slickest, stick-aroundest, goodest, slick stuff. I love it,
slippery.
Man.
It's extra slippery.
And so when you go to clean it, man, I mean, the stuff just wipes off, and then. It's not that easy. You spray some rim oil on everything. It'll clean it all down. Do what?
And I'm hating it. I'm using rim oil to wipe my guns off. I'm hating it. And maybe I'm doing... Is that even doing damage? Is rim oil...
Wait. Say that again?
I'm using REM oil.
Yeah.
To wipe my guns down.
Yeah.
And it's making like lint and...
Oh, yeah.
It's sticky. I want something clean.
Yeah. Well, there's also that breakthrough stuff everybody loves. I believe it's called breakthrough.
Yeah. And that little black bottle, not a fan. The bottle turned me off mainly.
But yeah, man, so for my everyday carries, I always deal with lint.
Are you a G23 carrier?
I am a CCW.
No, are you a Glock 23 carrier? I know you're a CCW.
Glock 23, are you talking about 40 cal?
Yeah, that's what I carry.
Well, look, see, I've been trying to find the time to do a little video. I got to sneak away and get over to my neighbor's pasture across the street here and do some shooting with this new little Glock 48.
Oh, nice.
It's a Gen
My hands
5.
are too big.
Do what?
I have my hands are pretty big, so like I love my Glock 23. Like
Look, if you can get your hands, you need to get your mitts because it's an all new grip. Like it's unprecedented.
I just haven't even looked, so I'm guessing. I have no idea even what this looks like. Is it a mid-size or?
Well, you see, it is kind of like a 19 cut in half. It's a slim line, so it's the slide is no thicker than a Glock 43 if you're familiar with the 43.
A little bit, yeah.
And then the grip just tends to fatten out, a little bit, and it's about as much of a grip as a Glock 19. I'd pull it out and show you right now, but I've already been drinking on screen, so
you're good,
I'm
man.
I'm not going to play with guns on camera.
If my pinky finger isn't squeezing that grip,
I don't think it would be.
Well,
I don't think it would be.
See, I like my fingers to be gripping it. I like my pinky gripping.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I did get over that to where I could carry like a 357 Magnum snub nose with a little bitty bird's head grip.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, you can definitely carry them. But
I mean, even to where I felt comfortable and I had that confidence that I could shoot proficiently with only those with my pinky hanging off. But that took a lot of freaking time, man. I got into that.
It does. It takes so much practice with a handgun.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Look. I wanted to brush up with my sister, and my sister come out here to come and I wanted to make sure she was armed and whatnot, and I wanted to make sure she knew how to use a firearm, and we went in the pasture, and she was so confident. She was like, "Oh, I got this." Papa, he had us out in the field, shooting, and I was like, yeah, and but not handguns, you see, and so she thought she had it, and she plays video games, so she does what she thinks she need to do, and I mean, she misses, and so I move her closer by about 3 yards, and she misses. And I move her closer by about 3 yards, and now it's starting to look like 100 Ways to Die in the West, where Seth MacFarlane is literally got the gun right in front, and so we had to talk about where her finger should be on the trigger, and
absolutely. And there's so much.
You're anticipating, you're scared for that pop, and so you need to just get used to that pop being there and understand that you need to pull straight back, because you can jerk left or right, you can pull the trigger left or right, and that's severely going to affect your accuracy.
Yeah. Yep. I still struggle with my trigger pull a little bit. I did buy myself a new toy at the beginning of COVID, man, and it's the best rifle I've ever bought in my life, and the nicest one for sure. It's a Ruger Precision 22 mag.
Oh yeah.
Nothing, not a high caliber, small caliber. I still have about $800 in it. It's comes stock with a 2.5 pound trigger.
Ooh.
Everything with the Ruger Precisions is adjustable. So not only can I shoot it, my wife can shoot it, my 8-year-old can shoot it, you can shoot it. You adjust everything to where you want it to be, and it is a tack driver, man. I mean, I'm shooting little caps off bottles. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. You drive a nail.
A lot of fun. I like the low caliber.
Well, I have a Ruger 1022. It's no precision, but I tell you what.
No, that's what I traded in. I loved my 1022. I wanted to be able to get this groundhog that I've been after. He was a little bit farther out than what my 22 regular could get to, and I was looking at 17 and went to the 22 mag.
Well, I have a little lever action Winchester 22 mag, man, and I love the hell out of that thing.
I love lever actions, man. Nothing cooler. Keep that baby for the rest of your life.
Oh, I will. It was given to me in a box of parts. It came all taken apart.
You put it together?
Oh, yeah, man. I used to be a little Bubba gunsmith, if you will.
I am on my own, but for the love of God, don't let me work on yours, because I don't have the patience anymore.
Yeah, no, I understand, man. I fell out of it, just like the car
and Glocks,
game.
bro. Glocks got me. I have the Gold Cup, Colt, a couple different guns, but the Glock, man, so simple to clean, so simple to use.
It's just so damn utilitarian.
I will throw my Glock 23 confidently, knowing it's going to hurt when it hits you.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to work
knowing
every
that I can
time.
still pick that sucker up and put it back into use.
Do you got a plug in yours on the back? You know where the magazine goes in at the bottom.
Yeah, I
There's-
do.
I do too, man.
I
I
had. It's a
I love the
cross
little
that
toys.
says Veritas Aquitos or something like that. Truth and Justice on the little plug. I brought it into a gun show with me one time, and an officer, he checked it, and he said, you know, this plug right here, it's not designed to have that plug. It's gonna jam your gun one day. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, right.
Thank you for telling me that. I didn't know. And I was like, psh,
How is this plug gonna pinch my slide in any way,
okay,
shape, or
bud.
So my plug says to kind of go with yours, and I don't have it right next to me outside, but it says Tombstone, the movie Tombstone, Pale Horse, the Pale Horse thing.
Yeah.
I can't think of the whole thing off the top of my head, but it's super cool too. But yeah, I like that little plug.
Edward, I've tried to explain it. My internet isn't pulling up new tabs right now, and so I'm surprised that we're even live, much less, you know, I just can't pull it up. I'm sorry, guys.
Are you a laser guy?
I was for a while, and then I just decided.
Yet.
I just don't fall into it. Don't please.
It's so expensive. It's so
no.
expensive,
It's silly, man. It's silly. It's outdated, man.
I wanted to get a Laser Max that went in where the guide rod is for the spring.
Yeah, that's
Man,
ridiculous.
It's like $350.
I love
That's
that, and I would
$350.
probably still do it for like my 1911. But
if I could find a used one on eBay, I'd pull the trigger if anybody feels like that.
Listen, man. But the thing with lasers is, it's not the same. So, do you know exactly where your attacker is going to be?
No, and that's the thing. Like,
it's going to be an inch up or an inch down. I mean, or and some variable of the sort. Like if you sight it in for 25 yards, okay, but if your attacker is at your front door, which is less than 7 yards from your bedroom door, well, it's going to be off like a mug. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just
right,
silly,
especially with a 40 or 45.
It's silly.
Drop.
So if you don't know about where exactly, I stopped wasting my time with it. I was like, you know what? Because I've of course I practice normal, lining up the sights. But I've also practiced point shooting, and that's actually a skill that you can hone in, especially
I had
for
a guy try to show me that, and I might have got it while I was there with him, but
as long as you're in a safe training environment. I have a range that I'm a member of, and if you're a member, you get 24-hour access, and there are trainers there. Okay. And it's in Kiln, Mississippi. It's called MCTA, Mississippi Combat Training Academy. All right.
It sounds fancy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's really not. It's ran by a group of dudes who are still contracting out to Afghanistan and Iraq. They're extremely, they are, and they're actually older guys. And these are some of those men that I've been, that when you listen to the take advice from the older men. Anyway.
Right.
And especially the guys that, they're so damn good at this shit. They're still out there getting paid for it,
But it's good at hunting, I'd imagine.
Do what?
I'd imagine it's like somebody that's good at deer hunting or anything else. They're honed in.
Yeah,
they know what they're talking about.
They showed me how to start to hone in, firing from the hip or unconventional positions like a high chest ready. So that's where you would pull from the holster and immediately bring it up to your pectoral, I guess it
straight
depends
up.
Do what?
Go straight up to your chest.
And if they're right on top of you, because you're going to need to have a good idea of just being able to point shoot, but you got to be in a safe environment with folks that can help guide you along. It's not something that you would want to just, without extensive YouTube watching,
YouTube help and somebody knows what they're doing. Unfortunately, the guy that I had has passed away now. But the only thing I would really like to do, and I have a dinky range that's dark and there's nobody ever there, but I would like to take a door out there or even a piece of OSB out there and really practice up close through through a door, through us beyond, and kind of get the feel of that as.
Well, hey man, listen. I actually have a crazy thing. It's gonna sound super crazy. Are you ready?
Bro, I'm always in for crazy. Let me hear it.
All right, man. Well, look, if you're only worried about mob, like, trying to keep out the angry mob, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, man, okay, but please bear
Bro, you're
with
talking
me.
to the Tannerite King. What we
Get
got
you
going
some liquid nail, okay? You know what?
Holy cow, liquid nail. Now it's sounding crazy.
Get you some ceramic plates, okay, like for the floor, okay?
Okay, yeah, yep, some tile.
Good thick tile, all right? Your OBS that you've got pre-cut for your windows, okay? If they're going to go inside the inside frame, right? Well, it adds a level to the OBS.
A whole nother level.
And what that would do is it would dump, even 223 would dump so much energy on that tile. Now, it's going to break away. You know what I mean?
It's going to chip away, but I mean, you're going from paper to freaking concrete.
Right. But it won't last long. And then another thing that's super crazy is you can dump river rocks in between your drywall from the attic if you've got access. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, you could. The moisture would be rough, but yeah, you could.
No, I'm not suggesting anybody do that. I'm just talking crazy. Now, I'm just talking about silly ideas that me and my friends have talked about before.
No, and I mean, if it came to it and you had to barricade your house.
All right, barricade your house. Let's talk about that. Do you go for the deserted, abandoned look, or do you try to extra fortify, try to put up a fence, try to create difficulty to enter the driveway type situation? Do you try to fortify it up, or do you just try to make it look abandoned?
So I have thought that out from my place here. I would abandon black deck box of eyes.
I think you're breaking up. I don't know how, but I think you are.
That's all right.
I've got you now.
Got me now? But I think I'd go for the deserted look more than the super barricaded look because, I mean, me, if I'm okay, say my family rated, and I'm looking for, and I would be a tougher one. Some of the riders would be, I'd feel.
You are breaking up like a mug, but that's okay. I think I understand what you're saying. You're trying to say
I would go with the abandoned look though, for sure.
Right, I hear that.
Low key.
You're absolutely right to go with the abandoned, deserted look. In my opinion, especially if you have some fortification to the windows and doors, because if you try to fortify it and you try to light the place up with lights and barbed wire and attack dogs, you are creating a challenge, and there are egos.
The higher the fence you build, the bigger the dog.
Right. You are creating a place. Oh, there must be. See, the rider is going to think there must be something in there worth protecting.
Yeah, there's food, there's medicine, there's whatever.
So what? Okay, this is going to sound maybe politically incorrect, but what about the whole Vladimir? What was his name? Vlad the Impaler. What about that for yard dressings? That guy anybody that would attack him or his property, he would put them on spikes.
Yeah. I think that would be an option at some point.
It's just, I've got kids. I don't think I can go that route.
I think I could for my kids if I had to.
I could for my kids?
Right. How far do you take it, though? You know what I mean? It's one of them things that once.
Hey, we're not the ones that turned it into Mad Max, man. They're burning it
No,
down.
but I'm saying once you flip the switch, I don't know how you are or how any other, but I know when I get upset or super mad, it's a switch, and once you let that go in an environment like that, I mean, I I could see putting a head on a bike, but I mean, that's just me.
No, and especially if it's gone on for frickin',
Yeah,
you know,
like if it's year 5 of me popping people in
exactly.
my front
And we're
drive,
talking about
yeah.
like Negan, Rick Grimes type stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You're going to have to start putting heads on pikes.
And I don't want to do it. Nobody does.
I don't want to do it, man. But I got, leave us alone, damn it.
I just want to grow my carrots. No, but I pray to God that if it does get that bad, he comes down and swoops us up first.
Yeah,
that's all
man.
I know,
Yeah.
man. Take us all home. We can laugh about it. Up
Far
there,
better
'cause
is it for me to be with the Lord, man.
I know, and I think that keeps us safe because he knows we got babies. He's not gonna let them. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, man, because I think, like, sometimes these articles come up and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Eventually, you know what? I mean, they might just shut the internet down. They might just say, you know what, all this shit.
It's
we're
almost
done
kind of like, in my mind, if I could paint a picture of what where I think the internet is, I think that it's a lot like, maybe, I don't know why I think of it this way, but like a tall ship, like a pirate ship, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's on a ledge, okay? And it's teetering back and forth on whether or not, if it falls off that ledge, that's it. We don't get no more internet, no more talking, no more information at our fingertips. And,
It's
so
scary though. I mean, Google, Microsoft. I mean, I'm iPhone through my whole family because once one person gets them, everybody wants them for the FaceTime for the kids. So we're all iPhoned up with the watch, the whole deal. So
Me too.
They know my heart. They know my heart rate. They know when I'm pissed. They know when I got to take my medicine. They could mess with you pretty bad, but at the same time, it's not a real thing, and it's just all mental. How many people are on anxiety meds? I am. I
was.
I mean, it's so crazy, and it gets me so worked up, and I'll yell at people, and at the end of the day, I'll get to laughing after Facebook puts me in jail. Like, it doesn't really matter. But it's just crazy that there's people out there that think some of the stuff that they do, and God bless them for having a free spirit. But
that's right. That's right. I understand, I do. But at the same time,
we're millennials, aren't we? Are we considered millennials?
Yes, we are.
God, that's gross.
Yeah,
that
it
is so gross.
I never
tacky
identified
term.
with that. And
I
my
didn't
brother
either
broke
till
it
today.
down for me, and he's like, "Look, no,
I've had
this
people
year
trying to
and
walk
this
away.
year, you fall in right here, man. You're a millennial." And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel like the other one though. I'm not that."
Yeah. No, I'm 88, so been there too, man. It's gross, but so gross about it is, that's what's about to run the world. I mean, I'm 31, a couple years older than me. I mean, in 5 years, that's what you're looking at. That's your bosses. Eek.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm sketchy. I mean, I'm pretty far right as far as Republicans go, and I know that's not the safest way to be. But in my experience and being like, I just try to lean on the right side to keep the fights in the family. You're either in a Republican or a Democrat family at this point. I mean,
that's right.
There's
no. I mean, we are. My family is
not saying like you're hardcore Republican, but I mean, if you're voting for Biden or Trump. There's no. I don't even know anybody else that's running.
That is stupid to me. That is
Isn't it,
just
though?
Stupid.
Why
man.
can't Landon run? Why can't I run and actually fucking base on Facebook? I just don't get it. And then why is it always an old ass dude running the country? I mean, I'm all about old people, love them to death, but I mean, would you really want your grandpa making life or death decisions?
Or financial or
war decisions? Would you want your 80-year-old grandpa dealing with North Korea right now. I mean, it's a little scary for me. I mean, I don't know. But and then the other, maybe they're wiser because I would handle things more physically and quickly. I would want to remove threats a lot quicker than the parliamentary stuff that they do, I guess.
Diplomatic, yeah.
Yeah, that's the
and
word.
that's really
Yeah.
maybe what it boils down to, is that an older person is less testosteronic, or
I seen
testosteronic.
a thing today that said, "Hey, Joe Biden, I'm 65. You're 12 years older than me." Joe Biden's what, 77?
Holy shit!
Is he 77, Landon?
Well, I can't look it up on the damn internet right now.
Well, yeah, you're Zuckerberg, but let's just say he is. Let's just say he is 77, 4 years. I mean, that puts the guy dead. So, who's his vice president? Everybody's like, well, his vice president's going to be who's running the show anyway. He's just a figurehead. Well, who is it then?
Well, dude, that's the whole point
Kamala?
then.
Is it
F
Kamala
Biden.
Harris?
So this
'Cause
is
that
all
ain't
about looking at his damn vice president, and he still hasn't chosen one yet.
Still
Because
hasn't chosen one yet.
He knows damn well he has chosen one, and if he shows it, that he'll lose whoever might have voted for him. And so, what I'm worried about is somehow or another, the second wave is going to come on top of some new swine flu that they're talking about over in China. And we're not going to be able to actually vote in person. And they're just going to,
Well, and another thing, they're really holding the financials back. I mean, they're not another COVID checkout. They're locked in the House and Senate. And they know what they're doing. They know, I feel like they know that they're going to strangle out what money's left and try to really, what's the word? Poor. Really make people poor. I can't think of the word. Really make people poor before the election. I think that's the goal. They're really trying to put the struggle on before, but
dude, you better watch out. I might actually try to run.
Man, if you could, but I mean, yeah, there's a reason why there's nobody else ever running. There's a reason why nobody else gets a shot in hell.
Chad says technically you can run, but plan on being choked out early with regulations.
Right.
Well, what if I don't try to play into any of their games and I only try to go based off of my own platform and share?
Because there's probably a $70,000 form you got something. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah, that's cool. So it's free to play, but pay to win.
Yeah. I just think, I mean, if America's supposed to be free, keep it the way it is. Don't defund the police, for goodness sakes. Yeah, they take shit too far a lot of the times, and they're a pain in the ass sometimes, but we need them.
That's what we need is a 31
and make up
or
your mind about
27-year-old.
America needs to make their mind up about the marijuana deal, because it either needs to go one way or the other. I could care less either way, but
yeah, at some point it becomes basically wrong to have a
well,
war
you can't
against
have
something
you have a
in
war
one
on
state,
drugs.
and then in another state it'd be completely socially acceptable.
Yeah, well, it's still federally illegal, so you can't be openly have laws that are broken and it be okay. You can't have people sitting in jail for 15 years and then have people smoking pot in Michigan.
Autumn, that is hilarious. There's no way I couldn't do that job. I would be a rowdy ass 27-year-old president. They'd have me impeached in the first month.
I'd hit every damn red button in the building. They'd have to drag me out.
Take me to the anti-gravity crafts. Now, damn it.
I'd be flying the chopper. For sure. Oh, goodness. But we are lucky we got Trump, thank goodness, because if we had somebody else during all this
crap,
craziness,
dude, I would rename Louisiana.
Yeah,
Unofficially Landonia.
Landonia. Done and done.
That's where the new White House will be. Well, that's where the new, presidential headquarters would be.
Presidential headquarters. Goodness gracious, brother. Well, listen, it is 3 a.m. I'm going to bed. I'm
going to go ahead and go to bed too, man.
Dabbed. Love talking to you, though, man. I know I caught freaking right every now and then. I just get ornery. Freaking people make me ornery every now and then. Everybody in the chat. Love you guys, and I hope you have a good night.
Love you, brother. Take care. Well, ladies and gents, I think that's been a big ball of wax. My internet is whacked out, and my laptop is at 10% battery, even though it's charging. So I think I need to give everything a break. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. This has been another episode of Unspecified Podcast and Review. Boom, bro fist. I will see you guys fresh tomorrow, and we're going to be going over all of the stuff. News, weather, just all the stuff. We're going to be going over it, and we're going to be vaping, and we're going to be enjoying beverage, being merry, drink, eat, be merry, Yeah. Cheers, everybody. I love you, and I will see you on the next one. I am over and out, guys. Peace. Literally can't even play music. Good night, everybody. Love you guys. See you on the next one.